What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your WWE Crown Jewel 2024 review, along with a little bit of a side mission going on as we will be doing a booking scenario of WWE. WWE WrestleMania. We can still say that. WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. We are going to be doing all three of us. We have a 14 match card put together separately, and we will just be going over what we would personally book for WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. We all know WrestleMania 41 is shaping up to be the most profitable WrestleMania of all time, not just because the ticket prices are just so goddamn high, but with everything that is shaping up for WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, it should be one of the best WrestleManias in, of this whole Triple H era. WrestleMania 40 was absolutely fantastic. All of us were there. But for WrestleMania 41, it seems like it's going to be that much better. But, of course, we are here to talk about WWE Crown Jewel as well. And we'll get right into the thick of things. But I got my guy TJ here with me, and also Laf here. What's going on, fellas? How'd you guys enjoy Crown Jewel? And are you ready for the WrestleMania season, which is honestly just a few months away?
Indeed. Yeah, man. I'm excited. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I literally just finished solidifying my WrestleMania card based on what the landscape is right now and a little bit of context predictions and everything. But as far as Crown Jewel, it was a pretty solid show, in my opinion. I'm ready to talk about it, man.
Alrighty. Well, how you doing, my brother? You were doing a watch along, I saw.
Hey, man. Everything is okay in the world at this current moment until like Monday when this company does something else stupid. Right now, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Crown Jewel, as a whole, I had no problem with this show at all. It didn't impose on itself like they usually do. They didn't do anything extremely egregious. There were a few decisions where, I'll say there was mainly one decision where I was like, that was not a good idea, but we'll get to it. But everything else, I'm really happy with how everything went. I'm very excited for what the future means, at least for these Crown Jewel shows, if Triple H is taking this approach, not making them so much like a glorified house show, but at least I know we all made fun of the big Crown Jewel belts, but if we're listing all the Crown Jewels, to me, we're saying the same thing Corbin just said. This to me, this is one of the most, if not the best Crown Jewel we've had ever, just off of like most of everything making sense. Again, there weren't too many things that were opposing on themselves, and the crowd helped. The crowd was hot the entire night, and for better or for worse, they kind of made those belts that I don't care about. They made it to something where we're going to have to, as time goes on, we're going to start caring about it more. We may not care about it right now, but under different circumstances, I do think that we're going to start caring more about the Crown Jewel Championships, looking at them as more like a Money in the Bank briefcase or Royal Rumble winner or King of the Ring or something like that. But I think Triple H and the talent did an amazing job with this show today.
Yeah. Outside of maybe one match in particular that we will obviously get into, I think most of the matches definitely delivered in terms of what you usually get out of a WWE Crown Jewel event. Usually these Saudi shows are 100% like you said, glorified house shows for the Saudi government. But as of late, WWE has really tried to, make these pay-per-views for the Saudi Arabia crowd like in some sort of way important because of the WWE land space. They made these WWE Crown Jewel Championships, and the men's one, was being carried around by goddamn Secret Service and being carried around in like a rifle case essentially. And then the women's one was barely even seen. So that right there was something I just really did not, care much about. But, with the United States Championship triple threat, the 6-man tag team match was started off the show, and the women's tag team championship fatal 4-way, which blew everybody's expectations out of the water from what I saw over social media and even in some chats from live stream watch-alongs. That the show, I would say it delivered overall, but there were definitely some spots within the show that were a little bit questionable to me, as we will obviously get into everything.
Yeah, I mean that was, I think that was the biggest thing I got from it. There was like, I feel like me and Phil are talking about the same match. I feel like me and Phil are talking about the same match that we were like, that we probably shouldn't have went that way, just as far as wins and losses go. I'm
actually kind of interested to hear what match it is, but I mean, it depends on.
It's Bronson.
Okay, well, there's that. Yes.
For me, at least. Terrence,
Yeah.
We can't hear you, bro.
So yeah, we're all in agreement on that one. We're all in agreement on that.
Oh yeah, the Bronson Reed one, that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not as mad as I was when I first saw it. I'm not as mad as I was. I kind of like, it's no longer like damn. It's more like, okay, I understand what the attempt was. It's just like, I don't think that they're gonna fight again. I'm gonna
explain my
out of the
reasoning
matches
for why I
that
wasn't upset when we get to that match, because
out of the matches that we saw tonight, it's Bronson for sure. The one that we did not see tonight, I'm still very pissed off about. So we'll get there. Yes, I was very much pissed off at that. I understand the reasons why.
He was very pissed in the MEP group chat.
I was cool.
I understand the reasons why they did it. Of course, I'm not that oblivious to the whole situation. But man, you do not advertise a match like that, and then all of a sudden you just don't deliver. We'll get there.
It was like that scene from Uncut Gems with Kevin Garnett, where he was like, "Why would you show me something if I can't have it?"
I was pissed.
Like I understand the reasons why they did it. Trust me, I do. But you don't advertise something like that and then you just don't deliver. I don't know. But we'll get there. I don't even know when that matchup took place, because on here now for the Wikipedia site, it just shows 6 matches. The 7th match, which was supposed to be that match, did not even take place, so it's not even on there anymore.
You got it in the correct order on here though, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get into it, I guess. The longest match was obviously the main event, followed by the beginning of the show, which was, TJ, if you don't mind putting up the banner, the Bloodline and Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. Poor Tonga Loa, he's just, standing there on the outside.
Wow.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's liable to do so, versus the OG Bloodline, or what I can really just call them as right now, Roman Reigns and the Usos, because they're really not the OG Bloodline just yet, because Jay is still trying to figure out if he can trust Roman, and that was a key factor within this entire match. And notice how, they came out separately. Roman and Jimmy came out together, and Jay was doing his obvious entrance with the yeet and everything else in between. I felt like that was done on purpose, because at the end of the day, Jay still needs to figure out if he can trust Roman in the end or not. So that was a very good story within that match, to me.
Yeah, I peeped the same thing you did. When Roman music hit, I thought they were going to be out as one. And then I saw it was just him and Jimmy. And I was like, okay. I see what we're doing here. And then Cole peeped it the most. When Jay was on the ropes doing the, Roman had that look on his face, kind of like a, we proud of you and everything, but also like a, what the fuck are you doing?
Roman was basically like, dude, come on, just get into the ring. Let's go.
He's like, we ain't got time for this shit, man. Come on.
Jealous.
But dude,
He's jealous. Let's call it what it is.
But here's the thing, Roman's like, come on, dude, get in the ring. We got to do this thing here. Roman, you take like 20 minutes to get to the ring.
For real.
Hey.
Maybe looking around, looking at everything. Got to touch the title. Got to look at Paul. Got to talk to the people. Like, bro, you don't get in the ring. We all know you don't win anyway. Just get in there. Damn. Shit.
But I did hear a statistic that with how much popularity that Jay has had over the course of the last few months and however long he's really been a solo act now that he stepped away from the Bloodline, apparently, and this is just from what I heard, his merchandise sales were more than apparently Roman and Punk's combined.
I imagine so.
Which is insane to even think about, but that's just the power of the pull with Jey Uso and the Yeet movement and all of that stuff. So he's insane right now in terms of popularity.
Yeah, it's one of their most organic ones that it took a while to get there, but now that it's here, it's nuclear. That's why there's every time he wins or loses or anything like that, it's such a uproar, but at the same time, you have to deal with the fact that I was trying to explain this to people before Jay and Braun even had their first match, that I don't care how many yeets he does, I don't care how many merch he sells, he's a Uso.
Yes.
He's not a single star the way people want him to be. And tonight was one of those moments where it was like, I guess they're trying to tell the story of Roman with the slight jealousy, because now last time Roman saw Jay, he wasn't really as hot as he is now. And now Roman doesn't get the reaction Roman gets an amazing reaction, of course, you know what I'm saying? But
right,
Roman's reaction has dwindled down. When Jay comes out, everyone, it's no one cares who else is in the ring. It's
right.
Focused on him now. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell that when you go to a show, you see some Roman Reigns merch, you see a bunch of wrestlers merch, but you see more Jey Uso merch than almost anybody in there. It don't matter where you're at, where you're sitting, what show you go to. That's just what Jey Uso now. So if you're trying to tell that story, they're doing a good job with it so far, at least to me.
Yeah, for sure. TJ, how did you feel about the story going through the entire match of Jay trying to figure out if he can really trust Roman or not after everything was said and done? Because during SmackDown, if any of us caught it, which I'm pretty sure we all at least caught some of it, if not all of it, Jay's like, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be your right-hand man. I am not going to be, he didn't say this, but I'm not going to be your bitch, essentially. At the end of the day, we're all going to be equals within this OG bloodline. That way we can run things like we used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I like that they told that story in the match, especially when Jay went for the first tag. Roman's holding his hand out. Jay just looks at him and just tags in Jimmy, and everybody and their mama was like, "What? Why didn't he tag in Roman?" And Corey immediately jumped on it. See, he's not fully trusting. He's not fully trusting. Just like picking apart the pieces and shit. And it that one moment right there was like, ooh, you could tell shit's still sour in the water. And then eventually leading up, Jimmy's taken out, Jay's struggling, and Roman's right there just like, come on. And then, I don't know if y'all peep it. Somebody peeped it because they slowed the video down. When Jay goes for the hot tag to Roman, this motherfucker hit a yeet to do it. He put his hands in the yeet formation to tag in Roman. But we literally said, yeet tag. But it was in that moment, it was like, okay, they're finally a little bit trusting of each other. It seems that way until things that happen later, which we're about to get into also.
Yeah, so throughout the portions of this match here, Roman was making the hot tag, obviously. He did his little comeback moment. The OG bloodline essentially was starting to get in control. And then all of a sudden, when the new bloodline came back into things, we saw... Hold on one second.
shit is fucking crazy. And when Sammy kicked Roman, he was going off like Sammy. That's the thing. Sammy, that's the one thing. Now everyone's trying to figure out if Sammy meant to kick Roman, because we all saw the footage a little slowed down. It looked like Sammy saw Roman charging, and then he went to go kick him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It looked just like that.
It looked like Sammy premeditated the kick, and he saw Roman come and said, "Hey, I'm about to kick his head off." Because the thing is, Roman still has to do a lot of apologizing. I don't care. A yeet on SmackDown isn't going to make this better. That was years of mental manipulation that Jay poured out, and then Roman says yeet, and now it's all forgiven. We can't. No, that we have mad time before November. We have to get to that point. You know, there's more things we have to get to than just, you know what I'm saying?
So throughout the entire time, we saw obviously the new Bloodline get back into the swing of things. Solo pinned Roman after multiple Samoan spikes, and then things kind of just broke down because the OG Bloodline was getting attacked. And then Sammy came out like the chat is mentioning here. So that right there, I mean, it made all the sense in the world that Sammy was going to come to the aid of this OG Bloodline, but they made some people kind of question what was happening there, Loft, because it looks like for some whatever reason, Sammy looked like he was about to trust Solo until obviously he did what he did with the Exploder.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy still has to explain what he was talking to Solo about.
I'll be right back. Gotta run the restroom.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I still need to figure out what what Sammy and Solo were speaking about when the Usos called them. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something that, like, Sammy came out tonight like that didn't happen. I'm like, oh, whoa, we can't just breeze past that. You know, so we all saw it. So there's a lot of things that still have yet to be explained with this. But I don't know if Sammy being in the I do think Sammy's going to be in the War Games. I think he's going to be in the War Games match. It's just I'm very excited to see how you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things have to be verbalized, and if they're not verbalized, it's going to seem rushed and or okay, they're just doing it to do it. And then after this match is over, which I assume the OG Bloodline would have to win if we're paying off the feud like that, then what do we do all this for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The road to Survivor Series and having Sami Zayn rejoin the OG Bloodline essentially is going to be a very rocky road to get down there. And, you know, with how Sami kicked Roman Reigns in the face when Solo was being cornered by all four members of the quote-unquote OG Bloodline. Yeah, the kick to Roman Reigns was not something that anybody probably expected, but I think it adds such an interesting twist and wrinkle to this OG Bloodline because, you know, Jay and Sami were tight for a very long time, you know, throughout the time of Jay being at Solo as single superstar. But then all of a sudden, when Jimmy got back into the fold, he just didn't trust him right off the bat. And because of that kick, that kind of emphasized him not being able to trust Sami for so long until, you know, at some point, they're going to have to settle each other's differences, get on the same page, and try to take down the Solo Bloodline come War Games.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think Solo pinning Roman, I think that was the best decision you could have done because Solo doesn't win matches a lot.
No.
You know, and for him to be a tribal chief of something and not and to lose as much as he does, that's why I haven't been able to be fully invested into anything that he's doing. Because I'm like, you can't say that you're a mirror version of Roman when Roman didn't lose for 4 some years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you go out there and you lose all the time. So he needs to start racking up some wins like this one that we had today to solidify himself. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to make sure this isn't just a nickname, that you're not just trying to live off of what Roman used to do. You have to make yourself seem like you're worth this title. You You know what I'm saying? You have to start doing that at some point, or you're just a name. You know, Solo doesn't have much to his name in the first place. So now he has to start racking these wins up, or no, I'm not going to believe in the tribal chief. I'm not going to believe in you taking something over because you're not worthy of it. You know?
Yeah. So I was very, very happy with the way that this went down. So Sikoa pinning Roman Reigns was the right call in my opinion. The Bloodline Solo's version, I should say, was 100% the right call in my eyes, because if you did have Roman and the Usos pick up the victory in the 6-man tag team match, not only does it really not constitute the chances of doing a War Games match because, you know, the OG Bloodline already defeated Solo and everybody, but, you know, with how everybody is kind of just called this Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games to begin with all those months ago, I mean, it kind of just seemed like if you're going to have Jay get if you're going to have the Bloodline cost Jey Uso his first singles championship in the IC title, if you're going to have Jey Uso and the rest of the OG Bloodline cost the Tongas their WWE tag team titles, they're doing a tit for tat type deal. And at that point in time, having the Bloodline Solo's version get their win back by having them win the 6-man tag team match just made all the sense in the world.
Yeah, it is. All these things, we have time before the end of November. You know, so November literally just started, so we have all the time in the world. But now it's just time to verbalize certain things. It won't take long. It's a few SmackDowns. We got 4 or 5 SmackDowns before.
And they're using both shows to do this. They're using both Raw and SmackDown to do this. So instead of really 4 shows to do this, you really got 8.
You know, you have a whole bunch of time to make this make sense to people who may not understand it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone here understands it, but if you want to explain yourself as if the way you've been explaining yourself this entire storyline, the time is right now. You know, you have all of your assets here. No one's injured. Everyone's here. You know, you have all your references. Just do what you've been doing before, and it should work out. You know, just to make sure that when War Games happens and it's as big as we want it to be or that we imagine is going to be, it makes all the sense in the world, no matter who wins the War Games match, you know?
Now, do you think it stays 4-on-4?
Yeah. I would be very confused if they added 5, just because we have 4 and 4 right now. So if you add someone, like say if you, I don't think Rock's wrestling in a War Games match, you know?
None.
Would I like to see Zilla Fatu in this company? Yeah, but I don't think that's happening at the current moment. I think that would be like a last resort.
A lot of people thought Tonga, aka Hikuleo, would have shown up tonight to cost the OG Bloodline the victory, which, I mean, no one cost them really anything. It was just a flat-out loss for the OGs. So
yeah,
I don't think Hikuleo would be involved in any of this, because I also heard that he was going to be going to NXT. But whoa.
Well, we know Loft's secret identity now.
That was crazy.
I heard he was going to go to NXT anyway, Hikuleo. But, you know, regardless, I don't think anybody really should just be added for the sake of being added. I don't want Cody involved in this. I don't want anybody else to be involved in this. So just keep it 4-on-4.
Facts.
Simple. You got to overcomplicate stuff, you know. And then now at this point, I definitely thought that at some point Solo was going to lose enough times where Jacob just like lost his mind, and then he became the new leader of the Bloodline, and then Solo came back. But then that
going back, which is really the OG Bloodline because Solo was a part of it. But
then that would come down to like, I guess like WrestleMania or something or something like that, you know.
Then who would be going over to that Bloodline for Solo? For Jacobs essentially. Would it be?
That's when you would bring in Hikuleo. Yeah.
Okay.
So then the new Bloodline will be Jacob, Tonga, Tama, Hikuleo, and Zilla, and then the full OG Bloodline again. But then that's a lot, you know. So that's a lot of stuff to like explain without just throwing people in there, you know.
Oh, and trust me, Zilla Fatu will be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. Now that WWE has the WWE ID system, Zilla is more on their radar now more than ever before.
He was at the Philly show. He didn't show up on camera. I was so mad. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. But like now that WWE has that WWE ID stuff, I mean, he's
that's cool.
on their radar more than ever before.
Every time.
But yeah, I mean, I thought this was a great way to kick off the show. Bloodline versus Roman and Usos delivered in my book, and it was about 16 minutes, so good length. It really didn't take all that too long to tell the stories that they needed to tell. Good stuff. The match that blew my expectations out of the water, and I'm not saying this because of, not of the position of the on the card or the placement, mainly because of how WWE has treated these championships over the course of the last few months up until this very point, up until this very recent situation. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match for the Women's Tag Team Championship blew my expectations out of the water. This was fantastic. If you're a fan of all three brands, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, you got the best of every single world imaginable, because Jade and Bianca, they're absolutely fantastic at what they do, and they are putting these women's tag team titles on the map, essentially, because of their star power. Damage Control and Kairi Sane and Io Sky, they're just absolutely fantastic from an in-ring perspective. So they're just great in everything that they do. I miss Dakota Kai, and hopefully she's doing okay again, because she's injured again, which sucks. But, good luck to Dakota Kai and her, endeavors of getting better. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, they're just gold together, especially Chelsea. Everybody loves Chelsea here. And the Metaphor girls of Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, dark horses within this tag team match for sure, but they were true bright spots within this. So Raw, SmackDown, and NXT all shined within this Fatal 4-Way tag match.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I took from this is that they're going to try to attempt to finally make these titles worth something now. The one thing I do hate is, and it's a small thing, it's something that gets on under my skin. When you do these Fatal 4-Way tag matches, the match has to start with one woman.
4 ways.
Yeah, that's what the match is called. When you have two tag teams in there, or you have Io and freaking Bianca in there, and then your opponents can tag in, and then there's two tag teams on the apron just sitting there looking. That makes no sense. I hope you thought of that.
Can tag in other people, no.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they just did the match correctly on Raw.
The thing is,
2 weeks ago.
WWE never has that set in stone. Sometimes they do it in the way that they did it tonight, and sometimes they actually do like a triple threat or a 4-way tag team match with 3 or 4 people in the ring at the same time. So
here's the thing:
cool.
They did it before with the New Day. You remember that when fucking somebody tagged in Woods and it was Xavier and Kofi in the middle of the ring, and niggas were like, "Oh, they gotta fight."
Remember?
And they went for the roll up, nigga. Hey, Loft, if me and you are ever in that situation, somebody tags you in and they're like, "Oh, Loft and TJ are gonna fight," nigga, put me in the sleeper hold. I'll immediately tap.
Remember when Kofi
they win. They win.
Yeah, he tagged in somebody, and essentially it was going to be Kofi and Xavier as the legal men. So Xavier just laid down. Kofi tried to pin him, and then everybody just tried to break him up. Like, bro,
I would have went for a submission. Immediately tap out. What?
Yeah, we're going home now. It's over.
Now we going home. We won, bitch. What?
And the thing is, the referee got to 2 and 99999. Like, bro,
the referee was so close to 3 because them niggas were like, "Oh, well, wait a minute, you can't do that."
You most certainly can do that. You made the match this goofy.
I'm about to take this loss.
You made the rules. Because here's the thing. I may lose. Technically, I might get pinned. But my tag team picks up the victory. So who cares?
Exactly. Because I would argue, hey, Karrion Kross tagged me in. So the New Day didn't lose. The Final Testament lost. Because when Karrion tagged me in, that temporarily made me part of the Final Testament. That's all I'm saying. Because if I would have picked up the win, Carrion would have been like, well, I tagged him in, so he's technically my partner.
All of this can be avoided if they just do the match the way they're
Do the
supposed to
shit
do it.
right.
And they can't say they don't know how, because again, they've done it before. So you can't say you don't know. We don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know exactly. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know how we keep switching back and forth. But
yeah,
beyond that, even with that handicap on it, if you want to call that handicap, the only thing I understand when people were saying that this match overperformed, to me, they performed the way they always do. You know, I didn't see an overperformance only because I didn't underestimate what the match was going to do. And I understand why, because of how they treat the tag team championships. But there was no doubt in my mind that these 4 tag teams were going to go out there and, for the little time that they had, make sure that they put on an amazing show. So Saudi Arabia realizes, hey, yes, the women are very good. You know what I'm saying? And they deserve to have the same amount of time as the men, maybe even more.
Them Saudi motherfuckers do not like cheering for the women, bro. God damn. Hey.
See, because the thing is,
it's their job to make it work, you know, and they made it work again tonight.
And this is a sign of, you know, WWE and Saudi Arabia really, you know, putting things into the forefront in terms of women's wrestling on that stage, because we had 10 women on the show tonight.
Yeah.
And, you know, back when these Crown Jewel and Saudi Arabia shows just started in the first place, there was only one women's match on the card. Only one.
Lacey Evans. Ugh.
They kept saying it all night, and I'm like, come on.
That shit was pissing me off.
And you know what? Yes, while they did make history of being the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia at that current time, you know, you take a look at what's happening right now in the women's division and what was happening back then, and it's a completely night and day difference.
Night fucking day.
It's a night and day difference. But the only reason why I said it was over delivered and it over delivered in my expectations, Loft, is because of, like you said, the way that they have treated the women's tag team championships over the course of the last few months. But I will say that adding NXT into this whole entire mix with the WWE tag team championships for the women, it just adds so much more depth to this tag team division than what it already is over on the main roster, because you have Jade and Bianca, you have Damage Control, you have the Metaphor Girls and Chelsea and Piper. You have these 4 tag teams here that are solid within the tag team division. But then all of a sudden, when you break up a tag team, and I say break up now because of the unfortunate news of Indy, you know, no longer being a part of the company, you're breaking up that tag team. You're, you know, not showcasing. I'm just gonna call them by their old names, but you guys know who I'm talking about: Casey Catanzaro and Cannon Carter.
Oh yeah.
You're not showcasing them mainly at all. And you have other in this division. That's what I'm trying to say here. And not many of them really get showcased all that much, but these 4 right here pretty much showed that even though they only had 12 minutes to work with, you know, in terms of from belt to belt, these tag team titles can mean something if WWE wants them to.
Yeah, that's the main thing I really hope that they just keep doing, because I think there's a lot of women's tag teams. I'm like the 2 women's tag teams that I have like in my head, just as far as like coming into the company, they're called the Tonga Twins.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're from Women Wrestling. Them and Dream World, my Kaya Dream and Maya World, they're on the indies too, and they're destroying things over there. So you bring those 2 tag teams in, if they ever show up, you have to, if you're going to bring in women's tag teams, if you're going to put them on NXT or whatever you're going to do, you have to be able to say, hey, if you want to bring those tag teams in, you have to let them know that, hey, we have a women's tag team division here, and it's worth something. If you have Bianca and Jade at the top, that's 2 great women to have at the top. but you have to be able to have at least 8, 9 tag teams on the list of going down, so you can show that there's an actual roster here, like it is for the men, kind of. Yeah. You know, you have to be able to show that if we have these belts here, and it's bad enough we took the NXT tag team belts away. For what reason, I don't know. But if you're going to unify the belts, cool. That should mean more tag teams. That should mean more women to be not just thrown together like Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox for a week or freaking some goofiness like that.
The thing
you have to have tag teams that set up and they keep going. So you solidify them. It's simple to me.
Yeah. The thing is, when it came down to the women's tag team championships over in NXT, and this is just my own personal opinion here. Okay, so I don't want anybody to really try to misconstrue this here, but I never really understood the reasons for them having the NXT women's tag team championships, mainly because even though, you know, there were a lot more NXT women's tag teams over there, the WWE women's tag team titles, when they were first initially brought into the company, when they were first established, was so that those titles would be floating between all 3 brands, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. The reason why they made that a rule was because of how many great tag teams were in NXT. And then all of a sudden, you never actually saw those women's tag team titles in the early stages go down to NXT. And I don't mean going down there in a bad way. I'm just meaning that in a general sense.
Mm-hmm.
You never saw them do that. You never did. And then all of a sudden, because they didn't do that, they just said, all right, well, because we're not getting it, essentially, over here in NXT, we'll just make our own titles. And then it just really didn't make what the original stipulation of the WWE tag team titles were even really meaning anything, because they just stayed all over on Raw and SmackDown, and NXT had their own titles. So, you know, now that they're actually adding NXT to the fold here with these tag team titles, I hope they do it more often, because that's what they should have done essentially in the first place.
Yeah, I definitely understand your viewpoint. You know, I do think it's all about making the effort at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If I can see that they're making the effort and they're actively showing that they care about something, then I'll most of the time I'll give them the time of day. But if you're gonna go out there and repeatedly show that you don't care, if you're gonna repeatedly go out there and show like this is not our main priority, then why is it a priority to people in the crowd if the people running the show aren't putting the effort in? You know, you have to be able to do both. I think they're on the road to doing that. I hope they continue. I hope this is the beginning and not the end, you know what I'm saying? But as for right now, if this is a starting point, especially for Saudi Arabia, this is a great starting point to me, you know?
Yeah. In terms of the actual outcome of this matchup here, Jade and Bianca retaining the title, it's just, you know, it was predictable in my eyes, but you know what? I understood the reasons why they did it, because you're not taking those titles off of Jade and Bianca yet, not this soon, mainly because, I mean, we are getting closer to WrestleMania season, but WrestleMania is in April. We're in November. And though we are, you know, 5 to 6 months out, you're not taking those titles off of them just yet to do the split, because if you are going to do that eventual matchup between those two, you can't just do it yet, you know? So we'll see where it goes. But hopefully, you know, this fatal 4-way can mean something for the tag titles down the line.
I hope so.
You guys felt like it was kind of inevitable for them to retain the titles here too?
Yeah, you can't lose until you have a storyline, to me.
In my heart, if you ask me, I wanted Lash and Jakara to win it, because I feel like it could help reinvigorate the NXT side of the women's tag team things. But for some reason, I felt like Triple H was going to put it on Damage Control, because especially how strong they've been making EO look the past few weeks. So part of me was like, okay, he might put the straps back on Damage Control here.
It's a fair point.
It's always possible. It's always possible with the guy. I don't want Io in the tag team. I don't want Io and Kyrie in the tag team anymore.
Honestly, I say send them back down to NXT and split them up, but not like a negative split, but like.
Yeah. Well, what did you end up? I guess like sending one to NXT and then keep another one on the main roster.
That could work. Yeah. If you ask me which one, I'd send Kyrie back down. I feel like Kyrie would be a lot more beneficial to the NXT women's roster right now, just because there's a lot of matchups on the main roster that Io could still play with.
Yeah, Io's like 3 wins away from like, all right, well, it's time to put her back in that conversation, you know.
Yeah,
they're starting to, you know.
Everybody's already.
Because didn't she pin Liv? Didn't they face off against Liv and Raquel, and she pinned Liv?
I think at some point. I
don't remember if she did.
Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago? I could have sworn Damage Control faced off against Liv and Raquel like a week or 2 ago, and Liv got pinned by Io.
I'm not sure.
Let me see. Am I tripping? I might be tripping.
But
I don't know.
Everybody's already having Io win the Rumble already. So I mean,
that's a good pick. It's a very good pick.
I mean, I'm seeing it all over my social media feed right now that Io Sky should be the winner of the Royal Rumble this year. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind it, but you gotta give me an explanation as to why you want Io Sky to win the Royal Rumble other than, just her winning the Royal Rumble. What are you putting her in? Like what title are you gonna have her go for? Are you gonna have her go for Liv, or are you gonna have her go for the WWE Women's Championship over on SmackDown? You got to give me a little bit more, but I guess we'll see. But this next match on the card was definitely very polarizing in terms of the actual finish of this match, and George is not happy about it either. Seth Rollins beat Bronson Reed in about 12 and a half minutes here, and I was not a very big fan of that situation or decision at all, because you put all that equity in Bronson Reed just to have him lose. And yes, he did look strong in the loss, but sorry. Even though Bronson did look strong in the loss, at the end of the day, I just feel like he needed this win a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, they made him look strong. He was standing there, you know what I'm saying? It was a cool image. I ain't like that. It wasn't a cool image, getting back up after that. But it's like...
And Super Stomp was pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. I'm not... My first reaction, it wasn't more a sense of, like, mad that Rollins won. It was more that Bronson lost, if that makes sense, Yeah. I know that they tried to tell a story of Rollins was trying to get back in the world title picture. He's Seth Rollins, okay? He doesn't need...
He's always in the world title picture. Even when he's not
always there.
Exactly. And the thing is, he's done everything that needs to be done in this company, almost. He's done... He has he's checked off every list, almost won every champion. He might have won every championship, I think.
He's won the Rumble. He's won Money in the Bank. He's been world champion. Intercontinental champion.
There's only technically 2 titles he has not won, and that is the NXT tag titles and the NXT North American title. Every other title he's won.
Win the United States Championship because he was a world champion and United States champion at the same time. So yes,
exactly,
the Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion.
Yeah,
he and The Miz are the only ones in history to do that, which is a crazy fucking stat.
Is that the Triple Crown? I get the Triple Crown and the Grand Slam confused.
So the Triple Crown is the world title and the 2 mid-card titles.
Okay.
Or at least on main roster, that's what it is. And NXT Triple Crown is just all men's titles because
it's all 3.
Just the 3.
But the Grand Slam champion, Olaf, is basically both of the world championships on the main roster. And then, a world championship, Intercontinental, United States, and Tag Team.
Yep.
So world, both mid-card, and the Tag Team.
And Rollins, he hasn't won a Rumble, has he?
He has.
He has. He's won 2.
He did?
I think he's 2. No, I think he's 1.
What Rumble did he win?
It's 1.
2018. Not 18.
That's
When he
19.
5. That's the
Brock.
dark period.
Brock. When he
Because
faced Brock.
remember Mania 35 and Brock and Heyman came out there. They said, "We're not fucking waiting. Come out here, Rollins."
Remember, he was the beast.
He was
the Beast Slayer, and then
okay. I forgot he went around with it. Yeah, he's done that. Yes, I'm saying he's done everything. So like to me tonight was like Bronson has to fire the first shot. You know.
The thing is, it was so important for Bronson to win this matchup here because you built up so much equity in this guy over the course of the last few months, right? You did the 6 tsunamis to Seth Rollins. You've had him go through everybody in his wake, and then you just have him lose that way. I just don't get it. But what somebody did explain to me as I was just trying to talk this out was that, you know, if anything, this loss is only going to make him even more upset, aka the way that they did Sammy and Braun Breaker. And that next time when those two do cross paths, Bronson Reed is just going to go on a complete rampage and then essentially just defeat Seth Rollins in a way that we've just honestly never quite seen before. So
that's what I wanted tonight. You know, I wanted him to go up there and like freaking solo Sikoa and Cena at Crown Jewel. That's what I wanted him to do.
Oh God.
Here's the thing, though. This is not over by any means.
Oh no, not at all.
This is not over by any means. I definitely see at least a 3-match series between these two. Seth Rollins won this first one, even though I do think it's the wrong decision. Bronson Reed can win match number 2. And hell, you can even do this matchup on a Saturday night's main event in December for the 3rd and final match where you can have whoever pick up the victory. I do personally believe that Bronson should win the overall feud in the end because of how much equity you put into the guy. But Seth, he's already been there, done that. Make a new star out of Bronson Reed.
See, I, at first, when they got towards that finishing spot, I was like, damn, they're really... I thought Bronson was going to kick out. Because I fully was like, Bronson needs to win this. When he didn't, immediately, I was like, I'm a little upset, but I get it. Because you got to look at it as... Seth didn't just beat him with the stomp. Because he hit the stomp way early in the match. And Bronson kicked out of that shit almost at 2 because Seth started fucking him up for a bit.
Yeah.
But it took a stomp on the steel steps, a stomp in the ring, and then a stomp from the top rope to keep Bronson down.
They definitely...
And he didn't even keep him down. Bronson, in fact, I'm going to call it throwback. And this is not me praising this man because fuck this man for every fucking thing. Mania 6. When Warrior pinned Hogan, fuck both of them actually. Hogan kicked out 3.1, which is some bullshit because why are you protecting Hogan on the way out? But Bronson, he stayed down long enough for the ref to be like, yeah, Seth wins. And as soon as Seth got out the ring, they pan back and Bronson standing up like, what do you like? You thought that was it, bitch? You thought that was over? You thought I was dead? And Seth even had a look on his face like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you? What the fuck are you made of? And he literally even said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, Seth literally was vocalized how confused he is by Bronson. Like, how the fuck are you still standing right now?
Yeah. He was shocked that he...
I hate to quote Bully Ray sometimes, but he said it best. You don't have to go over to get over. And this kind of proves
I said that many.
Seth is now the underdog, if you ask me. He may have won this match, but if I'm Seth, I'm thinking, I hit this man with a total of 4 curb stomps throughout the period of this match. And he got up damn near immediately after I won the match. After 3 curb stomps. So I'm thinking, what if he learns from that next match? What if I go for that super stomp and he catches me, power bombs me, and then tsunamis me? What am I going to do next? See, it's like with Seth and Cody. When Cody beat Seth at Mania, when they face off at Backlash, Seth learned from his loss at Mania, and all the moves Cody was going for, like the send you into the corner and hit the power slam, Seth would stop and Cody would go to his back because he was anticipating the power slam. When Cody went down for the the pop-up, the gold dust stain, Seth caught his hand and was like, nah, motherfucker. I think that's what's about to happen. Next time they face off, Bronson's going to be like, I know all your tricks now because you had to break all of them out to beat me last time. Because I wholeheartedly, for a second, thought they were going to have Bronson squash Seth. When this match started and that man hit a tsunami, and then I thought he was about to hit that second one, I was like, Seth is probably the only person right now who could get squashed and it would not tarnish his character
single bit
at all. I was like, this honestly could be a perfect way for this match.
The dude is Teflon at that point because he's been there, done that. Like we mentioned before, he didn't really need this win, but at the end of the day, though he got it, Bronson Reed, he still looks like a badass coming out of this. So
exactly.
I'm upset that Bronson Reed lost. Don't get me wrong,
right?
But because of the way that things could be shaping up down the line for the future matches that these two can have, which I'm at least guessing there may be two more. I guess
gotta be at least two. I see this ending at Rumble
of three.
Maybe Saturday night's main event, but
I think we can do one as Survivor Series and then Saturday nights because if you're gonna,
I'm pretty sure Bronson's gonna be in the Rumble, and if he is, I need him to break the elimination record.
That would be something special for sure. Because here's the thing: after Saturday night's main event, which is basically WWE's pay-per-view in December, that's it. There's nothing in January, and then the first weekend of February is the Rumble. So I mean, you got a little whiles to go. But yeah, I mean, I was upset that Bronson lost, but there's a lot more in store between these two for sure. Now this next match, I just feel like this matchup was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
The thing is, when it comes down to Nia Jackson, and Liv Morgan, the thing about this match, TJ, and I'm really interested to hear what Locke has to say about all of this when he does get back, is that this matchup here was really never. It was really never about any of these two women that were actually fighting for this championship to begin with. It was mainly all about Tiffany Stratton and if she was going to cash in on either championship. And if so, what championship is that going to? Where, how is the championship?
I'll be back in 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds.
What's that?
I'll be back in 30 seconds. I got to run and answer my door real quick.
Okay. So, yes, guys. The championship matchup between these two, it was doomed from the start. It really wasn't meant for these two women. What this whole story was about was the fact of Tiffany Stratton. Is she going to cash in? Is she not going to cash in? Who is she going to cash in on? What is the potential cash in going to be? Mainly because of the fact that not only, people were thinking that if she did cash in, she would ultimately win the Crown Jewel Championship too. The Crown Jewel Championship was never going to be a factor when it came down to the cash in of Tiffany Stratton. And to be completely honest, we didn't even get a cash in tonight, so that was just null and void to begin with. But Liv Morgan and Nia Jax, both heels within this matchup here. None of them really gained anything from either winning or losing this championship matchup for the Crown Jewel title. But you're essentially just winning a championship here for a solid 1 day reign. And that was it. And no, I completely understand what WWE did here with Tiffany Stratton ultimately distracting Nia Jax long enough so that Liv Morgan can pick up the victory. I'm not too sure if that was the correct decision. I'm not. I get it. I understand why they had Liv Morgan win the championship here. But, I thought that if anything could have been the case, Nia Jax winning the championship here, thinking she has a false sense of security, knowing that, yeah, sure, I won the championship. I don't really need to worry about anything. And then all of a sudden, right from behind comes Tiffany Stratton, attacks Nia Jax, and then all of a sudden we get that cash in for the WWE Women's Championship. And Tiffany Stratton could have been, the new women's champion coming out of all of this. Obviously that did not happen. And
I'm back.
All right, we have Liv Morgan picking up the victory here. I was just telling chat that I don't think that this was technically the right decision to make of having Liv win, but with everything that kind of happened in the way that it did, I guess I can kind of understand where they came from.
Before I give my thoughts, are we ready for the OTB TJ Gatsby outlandish comment of the stream?
I guess so. If that's what's going to happen.
My roommate was helping me. He was stitching the hand piece on the costume I'm wearing tonight for my friend's party. And then my older roommate was like, yeah, you need a cup for this one next time. And I was like, why? He was like, you were frogging it. Basically, like, your shit was on display with the last costume. And I was like, well, I'm not getting a cup because I'm not buying that for like a one-time thing. And I was walking away and I remembered and came back. I was like, by the way, that last costume that you thought I was frogging it in, I had compression underwear on. So if you're saying I'm showing even with the compressions, God bless you, boy.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. As the vice president of the Liv Morgan Appreciation Society, I'm always happy when Liv wins. I didn't think Liv should have won tonight. And if she did, Tiffany should have cashed in. And I don't like that she didn't. I get why she didn't, because Triple H is like, oh, it's about the belt, even though the belt means nothing. But I'll let it slide because it was an emotional moment for Liv later on in the press conference. So I'll let it slide. But if it was anyone else, like if Becky would have won this shit, I'd have been like, Tiffany needs to cash in. But I think Nia should have won, but I'm okay with Liv winning. It just helps with her storyline of taking everything on her revenge tour. So like she's finally getting everything that potentially was stolen from her. Because if she wouldn't have been out for those months, who knows what she could have won in that time. So whatever. But
I will say, though,
I think Tiffany needs to cash in soon. That actually goes hand in hand with my Mania card. So I'll explain that a little bit more when we get into the Mania card stuff.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen eventually, because we're only getting so close. We're getting closer to WrestleMania within each and every single day, and I just don't know when the opportune time is going to be the case. This was the most opportune time to do it. If there was ever an opportune time to do it, it would be in this matchup right here. Both championships are here, present within this matchup here. And yeah, sure, it probably would have caused some confusion because of the whole Crown Jewel Championship situation being in the mix, but who cares at that point? Just specify. The thing is, the Crown Jewel Championship here was never going to be cashed in on. That's not what
Tiffany, which title are you going for? That one. What?
That's not what the Money in the Bank.
Why?
That's not what the Money in the Bank briefcase is for. It's not for the Crown Jewel Championship. So, just say she's going to cash in on the women's championship, on the SmackDown Women's Championship, if you have to call it, by the brand, because at that point it's Raw versus SmackDown. So just say that, in terms of the actual matchup quality, I'm probably going to get hate for saying this, but TJ, this was not really the best in terms of in-ring.
This really was
not well together at all.
This was on the level of Britt versus Mercedes, and that's not a good thing.
I was going to say that's a bad thing. Yes.
Yeah. And I think here's the thing. I know I know for a fact Nia and Liv can have a good match together because they can have good matches with anyone if you get rid of the fucking outside interferences. Because this match wholeheartedly was just relying on interference from Raquel and Dirty Dom and Tiffany. If you had only Tiffany as the only interference, there should have been only one spot. I think it should have only been one spot on there where towards the end, they're both down. Tiffany comes out. Then you just only have Raquel pull her down. And then Nia gets involved. She gets back in the ring, gets caught with the Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. That should have been the only interference spot. But it also doesn't help. How do I word this correctly? So the Oblivion only work. Okay, I know how to word it. The Oblivion only works for opponents who are willing to break their fucking neck to sell it, aka Rhea. Because the Oblivion is a crappy move if you're trying to do the roll through with it.
It sucks. It sucks.
Your momentum is completely stopped once Liv hits the ropes. Because I get what it's supposed to do. She's supposed to hit the ropes, and when she sits it, it's like a bounce back face plant. But it doesn't work like that.
Like sweep, but to your face.
I think what would help it is once Liv hits the ropes, her opponent needs to run the ropes. So like as soon as she hits the ropes, they need to bounce and then boom. Oh wait, let me turn my camera on to help. As soon as Liv gets her arm around the opponent, hits the ropes. If I'm the opponent, it needs to be a boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like I need to go back and then fucking face plant that shit. Otherwise, Liv needs a new finisher. And for someone like her, it needs to be a submission finisher. She's doing an AJ Lee thing. It's obvious, it's AJ Lee inspirations in her character. Give her a submission.
What was that move that she did to Rhea during the
So she was going for a tequila sunrise, a tequila shot, which is Watanabe. I think it's Watanabe.
No, she
a tequila shot would be fucking amazing for Liv because it's like a hammer lock. I'm trying to remember how it sets up. It's like a hammer lock, pump handle, and then you fucking whip with that motherfucker.
That's not the move I'm talking about. She calls it the home wrecker. Whatever that move was that she did to Rhea, that's a perfectly fine finisher for her.
Yeah, that's the tequila shot. That's the tequila shot.
Oh, well, she calls it the home wrecker. I don't know if you knew
because she can't call it a tequila shot because it's a Stardom name. She fucking get crucified. Because someone in NXT has Gigi. The Gigi driver.
Yeah.
That's a tequila shot. Yeah.
But yeah, she did that home wrecker move on Rhea, and I was like, that's a perfect maneuver for her because A, it looks devastating, and B, she could do that on. I would say she can do that basically on anybody, and I'm not trying to be rude when I'm saying this, but with Nia, I don't know how that really would have worked out. So the Oblivion would have been a good move to do. The Oblivion just sucks because of the way that people sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I
think if she changed the Oblivion to like a top rope move instead of the hit the ropes, like if she even hit it a springboard flatliner and just make that the Oblivion.
Flatliner.
Yeah, just a springboard flatliner, boom. Because obviously the rope plays a vital part in it.
She ended it with Code Breaker tonight.
Boom. Boom.
She ended it with that Code Breaker tonight. She could use that.
Honestly, yeah, just make the Code Breaker. Just make it a top rope Code Breaker. Make that your finisher.
Did that second rope Code Breaker tonight, and I was like, dude, that's perfect. That's a perfectly fine.
I think we as wrestling fans are all under the same guise that we're just gonna give Liv the Code Breaker. Liv and Mello are the sole owners of the Code Breaker now. Jericho's being written off.
Jericho.
First 48, and then Liv can just take the Code Breaker name. Fuck it. Fuck it. Liv take the Code Breaker name.
Jericho does his elbow anyway, but yeah.
Actually, let Jericho have the Code Breaker because I wanted to get rid of that shitty fucking elbow. The only person who should be able to do a back elbow is Andrade. Because every time Jericho does it and then Andrade does it, it's night and fucking day.
Yeah. But like I was saying earlier, before you left, the match is just doomed from the start because the way that they presented the women's Crown Jewel Championship compared to the men's was, again, and we've said this maybe 3 or 4 times at this point now, a night and day difference, because we saw the men's Crown Jewel Championship carried in a rifle case by, CIA agents all over the place throughout the weekly shows. And then the women's one, honestly, now that I even think about it, I don't even think it really made a TV appearance.
The women's? I don't think so.
So, I mean, it is what it is. And the thing is, they don't even get to hold the championship because they're going to be on display at the WWE Experience in Saudi Arabia, and they went home with a Super Bowl like ring on their finger. So it was just never really meant for anything. And yeah, I guess it is what it is. I would really like to hear what Law had to say about this match. Because
I feel like Liv needs to use that ring. She needs to use it.
That ring won't mean anything again. But I get what you mean. Apparently now people want Dominic Mysterio to propose to Liv Morgan. So,
What?
Ask Johnny, because I feel like that's where I heard it starting.
Okay, if Johnny proposed it, okay, I'll listen to it. Because his booking ideas are amazing. So if Johnny proposed it, I'll rock with it. Because if anybody else proposed it, I'd call him crazier than that shit.
Apparently Dominic can get down on one knee with the Crown Jewel Championship ring and, get married on WWE TV to Liv, which I don't know how much that would go over to his real wife, but, it is what it is.
I mean, that man said she don't care.
I don't know, man. If I
turns Liv down on national TV, and the most his wife does is text him, "Hey, there's a spider in the garage. Can you kill it when you get home?" What? Hey, the last time we had a wedding on main roster TV, guess who was part of it? Liv, as the lover of Lana.
Bobby.
Yep.
That's right. And then Liv confessed her lesbian love to Lana, and it never went anywhere.
They should have went full in. Liv and Lana should have been a couple from that point. They're best friends in real life. They can fucking make it work. But no, because Vince was still in charge of creative at that point. Never mind. Who knows what he would have fucking
nasty
done.
work. No.
Yeah,
please.
no.
If
Sean was in charge of it, I'd be like, Sean can find a way to make it tasteful and work and mean something.
He made Index work.
And
he made Index work, so I mean, we'll get Law's explanation on Liv and Nia when he does get back. But LA Knight, Andrade, and Carmelo Hayes. Now,
nope, you're skipping one.
Oh, fucking Randy. Yeah, no, the
Before
match.
you get started, because I know you want to rant about it, I'm going to get mine out the way real quick, because I know you about to rant.
Not even happen.
Hey, I truly think this is the perfect way to go for this, since you're extending the storyline. Because obviously we're not doing Randy Cody till about Rumble time, which is still like 6, how many fucking months away? 3? That's a long time.
Yeah. About
I think Randy KO either ends at Rumble or it ends at main event, which with that being there kind of throws everything off, but I get it, whatever. I think if you could have either went into this, KO would have had to win the match, or if you're not ready for him to win that feud yet, you do exactly what you did tonight. Have them start brawling beforehand, because KO literally told him, he said, what happens tonight is on you. KO came out there, 2015 NXT KO, and started hitting Randy with the chair. Then they started brawling and shit. When KO got on top of that fucking structure, I knew. I was like, well, Randy's about to be gone from TV for a bit. And sure enough, I even tweeted out, I was like, so I know the match didn't happen, but KO's standing tall. Does that count as a win? Because I'm counting it as a win. I'm counting that shit.
Because here's the thing. Like, I know why they did this, right? You're going to extend this feud. I mean, it's
Right.
obvious. Like, you're going to extend this. But, and I stand 10 toes down on the whole situation of if you're going to book a match for a WWE show like this, you should deliver on it. But with the way that they did this year, with how they brawled, Randy RKO'd Adam Pearce, which was sold beautifully.
Thank you.
By AP. And, you know, it was a very good call for Randy Orton to RKO Adam Pearce because he is not on his brand. That way he cannot get in trouble. Though I don't know what Nick Aldis will have to say about it, but regardless.
Probably gonna say shit. That's probably gonna feed into the Aldis versus Pierce because he's gonna be like, so you're just letting your guys put their hands on me now? Is that what you're doing?
Very fair. So yeah, I mean, and then Kevin, he stunned a referee, so there was that, and I think that's what kind of started everybody, you know, just getting attacked. But yeah, no, I mean, I get why they did it. You're extending this feud. It's, I mean, them facing at Survivor Series just makes a whole lot of sense as of right now. You do Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WWE Survivor Series, and yes, I do see either a matchup between them at WWE Crown Jewel or beyond, but at that point in time, I don't know if a matchup at Crown Jewel can happen between Randy and KO. Randy and KO. No, that makes sense. Randy and KO.
You said the right names, wrong pay-per-view.
Did I say Crown Jewel?
Yes, you said it twice now. That's why every time you say it, I've just been looking in the camera to the chat.
Saturday Night's Main Event. I could see that matchup happening at Saturday Night's Main Event, but I also can't at the same time because for some reason, I could still see a matchup between Kevin Owens and Cody happening at Saturday Night's Main Event. So maybe, and this could just be a shot in the dark and a hot take, but maybe they just do a one and done type matchup here at Survivor Series, and then you do the KO and Cody match at Saturday nights because once Kevin defeats Randy at Survivor Series, that's an easy in for Cody and KO.
I think you're closer than you think with the recipe, Phil. I think KO Cody at Survivor Series is the move because Cody's still cool with Randy. So he's going to be like, I don't like how this went down. So he's either going to make it a no DQ match against KO or we're going to get a Bloodline special. And during the match with KO and Cody Survivor Series, the ref goes down. KO starts doing his thing, get the chair and whatever, and then turns around, boom, RKO. And Randy just slithers back out. Cody stumbles back to his feet. Crossroads, pins KO. And that sets up KO Randy for Saturday night's main event.
Okay, so you're just doing it in reverse order.
Yeah. I think you got all the parties right. I think KO Cody is going to happen again because of what happened today.
Yeah, so
Cody is so loyal to his friends, he will throw out a title shot just to avenge his friends. I know we fought before, but I'll put the title on the line. Well, shit. All right. Well, fuck it.
Fine. All right.
All I got to do to get a title shot is whoop your friends. Shit. Say less.
You're giving me a title shot. I'll take it.
Exactly.
But yes, here's the Triple H is definitely a factor when it comes down to this, though, because he made the match official for WWE Crown Jewel, and that is the correct show that he did this for. But now, you know that the match just did not take place. what is Triple H going to say to either Randy or to Kevin Owens at that point? Because
he's gonna say to Randy, "I told you.
Randy,
I tried to tell you. I warned you."
He's like, "I told you. I warned you that this could happen. I just
because
got
Randy can't ask for the match now. It's got to be KO. Because
Yeah.
Triple H is going to tell Randy, no, I warned you what would happen, and look what happened. You got lucky that you only sustained a strained whatever. I don't know what injury they're going to go with. You're lucky you only sustained that and not worse. No, you're not facing KO again. And that conversation has to happen within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
Because then it has to have a thing where Randy's like, all right, I'll find a way to get my match. And then Cody, I think what should happen, Randy talks to Nick Aldis and is like, no, I want that match. I want the match. And he's like, no. And then Cody comes in, well, if you won't give him the match, give me the match. I'm not going to stand by and while KO gets away with this. So put the title on the line if you have to. And boom. And then you can even get the little tease. Randy looking at the title while Cody's talking to Nick Aldis. Cody leaves after Nick Aldis says fine. And then Randy kind of just lingers, looking back at Cody. And then he looks at Aldis. He's like, this isn't done. And walks out. And you set up so much shit. You set up eventually Randy and Cody at Mania. KO and Cody at Survivor Series. KO and Randy at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Dude, at this point right here, right now, Randy Orton, with all the looks at the WWE Championship that he is glaring at, with,
the one on Friday, the one last night,
with how
he wasn't even hiding it. He was straight up just said.
He was just straight up looking at it. With how much he has been involved in Cody Rhodes' situations as of late, he is easily a favorite to win this year's Royal Rumble. Easily.
See, I'm only iffy on that because I don't.
Or the Elimination Chamber. Either way, if he can face Cody at WrestleMania.
I feel like it's got to be a thing like how we had with him and Triple H back in 2009. Just a straight up, you betrayed the fuck out of me. We got to fight about it type thing. In fact, I might need Randy to break. When that happens, hey, Phil, I might need Randy to break into that tour bus. I might need him to break into that tour bus.
Here's the thing. If Randy versus Cody happens at WrestleMania, I'm rooting for Randy. Randy's trying to win that title.
If we want to get real wicked, come in close. Come in close. When Randy breaks into the tour bus, I need him to pick up Liberty and carry her out to the ring.
No, we're
Cody,
not. Cody,
I got something you want, dog. You give me what I want at Mania, and I won't RKO the baby. Randy, what are you doing? Hey. Come any closer. Liberty's about to take her first bump.
If you want somebody involved in this, you can do Brandy. Because Brandy's...
It's most likely going to be Brandy. But can you imagine? No, I need both. I need I don't know how you get this to happen. I need Randy to RKO Brandy and then have Liberty in his hand, just like, Cody, this can all be solved. All you got to do is say yes, dog. All you got to do is say yes.
I, Phil Ouimet, do not support the actions of TJ Gatsby when it comes down to child violence. No, I do not.
Come on, you know I'm cooking. Then
do it to Brandy, not the kid.
I didn't say RKO Liberty anymore, but RKO Brandy and then take Liberty from her and be like, if Cody wants her back, I want my title shot.
I was just going to say have Randy do that DDT to Brandy, and not just completely recycle what he did to Triple H and Stephanie, but
completely recycle that shit. Do it. Handcuff Cody, beat his ass, RKO his wife, kiss her, and then steal their baby from the ring.
Stop stealing the baby.
I want it all.
Stop stealing the kid.
No, I feel like Liberty has to be kidnapped by Randy in this story. I feel like that is the only way to get Randy 09 back.
Because
Cody kidnapped Liberty.
Look, I understand that
Phil, I'll meet you in the middle. If he doesn't kidnap Liberty, Mama Rose got to take that RKO.
Wait a second.
Mama Rose got to take it.
Wait a second.
Hey, Corbin got it. Do something to Pharaoh too. Feed that nigga chocolate. Randy holding the chocolate bar next to Pharaoh. He's like, Cody, you better give me what I want. Or else.
We are not doing animal abuse on this.
I need Randy to completely crash out, bro.
Okay. TJ, I understand that Cody brings his child up in almost every single situation imaginable, which is wrong, by the way, Cody. And I'm speaking to you from a fan of yours at this point, because at this point, you do not need to bring up a kid in every single matchup imaginable. You brought your kid up in this matchup against Gunther, and,
Gunther basically said you should have aborted her. Gunther didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Gunther was like, you want to know why I want to win this championship so badly? To prove that I'm the best wrestler in the world. Perfect. That's it. You don't need to say anything else. Cody brought his family into this. Why?
Title don't mean shit, dog.
But look, Randy and KO, they're in the WWE Championship title picture. We all know this. Both of these two men are going after Cody for that WWE Championship. When, where, how? That's all going to remain to be seen. But regardless,
fuck it. I'm tweaking my card.
Oh boy. But regardless, it's just going to happen in that way, and both of these two will be WWE Championship bound in the near future. Where the heck is Law?
Oh, no, I'm not tweaking it. Never mind. I'll keep it the way I had it.
At this rate, we're going to be done. Crown Jewel, where's Law?
I need that baby RKO'd. I'm sorry. Either the baby or Mama Rose got to get RKO'd. Somebody got to catch it.
Violence, okay? I do not. But, and then Corbin saying something about Pharaoh, too. I do not support
I told you, man. Hold a bar of chocolate next to Pharaoh and say, Cody, give me my title shot or else.
I do not support Pharaoh abuse at all, because that dog does nothing wrong.
That'd be some next level shit. Imagine thinking, what the fuck is Randy doing with a bar of chocolate? And I need him to just show like this. Just Randy here, hold the bar of chocolate. Cody, I've tried. I've tried talking to you. You won't listen. It's almost like, what the fuck is Randy doing? And then he just grabs the camera, pans down, and you just see Pharaoh. Everyone immediately is going to be like, no, Cody.
The thing is, though,
everyone's going to know. Randy go kill that dog.
The thing is, though, Randy would have to show up at Cody's house because Pharaoh is no longer going to be a part of WWE programming on television for them. He's
on the tour bus. He'd be on the tour bus.
He could be in the tour bus, but yes, I mean, he's not going to show on WWE TV. So he'd have to go to his house. And it would have to be a pre-taped segment because, it can't be live TV. But regardless, no Pharaoh abuse. Please. And now TJ's gone. Okay.
No, sorry. I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay. So now back to the matches that actually did happen on the card. And I was actually hoping that this matchup was going to happen on the card. Because at that point, when the matchup that did not happen on the card, I'm like, okay, is every other match going to happen on the card now? Or is this just going to be the only match that doesn't happen on the card? I was so mad, dude. I was so mad.
Phil was so impressed, y'all. This man was like, what the fuck would you promise me a match and not give it to me?
I was literally crashing out. But triple threat match for the United States Championship. We understand how we got here. Not many people were very excited about the way that we got here. But we got here nonetheless. The not seven man, Jesus Christ.
What?
The The best of 7 series between LA Knight, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Fuck LA Knight being a part of all of this, because right now he's confusing the shit out of me. The best of 7 series between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes was very well done. At the end of the day, those two really got over just from this best of 7 series in and of itself. The 7th match is where things kind of got a little bit shaky. Because as soon as LA Knight made himself the special guest referee within this thing, people knew that this was not going to be a clean finish in any way, shape, or form. It was not a clean finish by any means, because he BFT'd both of them and said, I win Game 7. Which does not make sense at all. But that's what happened. And then we get to LA Knight meeting with Nick Aldis in the back. And Nick Aldis is like, you don't think I know what you were doing this entire time? Just because you did that in the 7th matchup between these guys, you're facing both of them. You're facing both of them. And I'm like, that's fine. We knew it was going to happen to get to a triple threat match anyway. But not many people were very excited about the way that Game 7 went down. How'd you feel about that? Because I know, many people were very vocal about the way that Game 7 ended. And
I wanted Melo to win it. I wanted it to be just him versus Melo, but hey, TJ can't ever have shit. Am I right? That's how it goes. That's how it fucking goes around here.
So you did not expect a triple threat match at all throughout all this?
No.
Interesting. Because I thought it was kind of right there for the taking. But yeah, I mean, LA Knight retaining the United States Championship here. I know you weren't really too keen on that idea, because you want Melo to win the United States Championship, and I am in full agreement with you. I do think that Carmelo Hayes will win the United States Championship at some point.
I can't wait to talk about it in my Mania predictions.
I have it too. Don't worry.
Oh, I think yours is probably more tame than what I have.
It depends. It depends. We'll talk about it for sure. But I just feel like LA Knight winning here was the correct decision, mainly because this was really his first real championship feud since winning the United States Championship at SummerSlam. And though he has held the title for maybe about like 90 some odd days with the championship, this was really like one of his first stories with it. And I didn't see LA Knight losing it this soon. So I just had him retain the title, and that's exactly what happened. Though I do think Andrade looked very good in this situation here. All of them did. It's just double BFT essentially, which is sick.
That shit was cold as fuck.
So, I mean, both of them have a bright future. I do see LA Knight. I do see Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. This whole triple threat thing is confusing the shit out of me. I do see Andrade and Carmelo Hayes being future United States champions in the being future United States champs. But as of right now, no, it's just LA Knight's time to continue. You can go off if you want, because I know you're not really happy with Carmelo Hayes losing here.
I mean, it's whatever. I know Melo's time is gonna come. It's just it's whatever. Yeah, let's just next match. Yeah.
Okay. Again, we'll get Loft's thoughts on those two I'll say those two matches, because if he does want to talk about the situation that happened with Randy and KO, we can. But now this matchup here. Cody and Gunther. I'm a Cody fan. Y'all know this. Y'all are probably sick of it. But at this point, what did Cody gain by winning this title? What does anybody gain by winning these championships? Nothing. Cody did not need this win. Gunther, I don't even know how to break this match down. The match, in terms of in-ring quality, was good.
Oh, yeah, it was a great match.
It started off slow, but it really did pick up near the ending, and ultimately it became a really good matchup between the two. I just wish that we saw this match under better circumstances. But Cody defeated Gunther. The match coincidentally got spoiled on social media on who was winning, but thank God I wasn't on social media enough to realize that they spoiled it. And when I saw that Liv won the first Crown Jewel Championship match, I kind of had a feeling that Cody would win this one. 23 minutes. It was a good matchup between the two. I just didn't think Cody needed this one.
Yeah. I feel like it should have been Gunther. Just because he's been so hot lately. And yeah, Cody didn't really need it. I get that, like, oh, he's your world champion, but Gunther's a world champ also. And you're just solidifying more of the fact that people are saying, oh, this is the B tier champion. Because if you're thinking we can't have the WWE champion lose, because what would that look like? Why are you having a world heavyweight champion lose? Like,
they were booking themselves into the corner right from the very beginning, because I had Gunther winning because of Kevin Owens going down there and costing him the championship. And at that point in time, because Kevin Owens cost Cody Rhodes the championship, that is what you could have utilized to get to the matchup at either Survivor Series or Saturday Night's main event, depending on how things went down. Now, keep in mind, I had that whole finish happening because I also, TJ, had the matchup happening between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I had Kevin Owens defeating Randy Orton, taking him out with an apron powerbomb at the end of the segment, thus taking Randy off of TV for a little while, having Cody Rhodes take on Kevin at Survivor Series, and then after Survivor Series is done or whatever, you can have Randy Orton come back, try to get revenge on Kevin Owens, and then you could have done RKO versus KO at Saturday Night's main event. That's kind of the way that I would have done things. But then Cody Rhodes just got locked up into a sleeper hold and rolled over to pin Gunther on the mat, which I never liked those finishes anyway. So that right there automatically soured the matchup for me. No.
I mean, I personally like the finish because it protected Gunther.
Yeah, I can see that argument.
Yeah. Also, I like that they did a callback to Piper Hart. I think it was Mania 8, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, knowing the type of wrestlers that Cody Rhodes and Gunther are in terms of like the old school type style and the way that they do go about matches, I had a feeling they were going to do some callbacks and like old school type stuff, old school type spots, and that's exactly what they did. But overall, the match is good. Like, the match is good in terms of the ending.
It was a great fucking match.
The match is good. I just didn't really care for the ending that well. But yeah, I mean, the show definitely had its ups and downs. But overall, it was not a bad Crown Jewel. I mean, we've definitely seen worse. we have definitely seen worse Crown Jewel cards. It was not. I don't think this was the best Crown Jewel to date, but it definitely was not the worst. But overall, solid show for what it is.
All right, is it time?
All right. If Loft, okay. At that point in time,
Oh,
we'll get WrestleMania.
That background is so cold. So cold.
We'll get WrestleMania. I don't want to just take Loft out of this because I know if Loft is going to come back here.
Yeah, he's going to be back. I think he's just handling something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess we'll keep it. And if anything, we'll have Loft talk about his WrestleMania card separately if we get through everything. But now that being said, we can get things started.
It's Corbin, they made a play on the Mania 34. Do you have the picture of this thing?
Maybe. Let me. Is it? Yeah, I can do it in overlay. Let me see if I can add the full picture.
I want to see exactly how they did it because this shit.
Oh. Can I add this, please? Oh, it's adding like 5 of them. Fantastic. Oh God. But there you go.
I see them all. There it is. Oh yeah, that's cold. That's cold. That is cold.
But yeah, I mean, I saw this on Twitter. And
Mr. Popular. Oh, Mr. Hollywood. Hey, what they say? Hollywood.
I saw this stage on Twitter. And then as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, no, I'm definitely downloading this because this is, it's
all right.
So, yeah. Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't like that. Oh my God. Fix it. Thank you. Shit. That. Did you have the? What did you use this for? What did you use this for?
I was doing those for videos. Okay, I was using those.
If I come on here one day and see you got NXT renders of us doing the fucking, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I was using those for video purposes, but it ultimately, I mean, it worked out for what I needed them for. But yeah, I could delete those now because those were really all that special. But now
I need somebody to make me an NXT render like that because I love how you got one person where it's like, yeah, and then another person just pointing at you like, you.
And Luff, I get it. You'll be back. Mad people calling you right now, Mr. Popular over here. But you'll get back, and then if you want to talk about the matches that you missed, you can. But also get ready because we are going to be talking about our bookings for WrestleMania 41 5 months in advance. The next time we will be doing this type of stream will be in January. So that'll be a few weeks before the Royal Rumble, depending on timing and when we can get all together. So all right, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just go match by match, night one, match one, and just go?
Yeah, just compare each match.
Okay. You can start, man. We can do this thing.
Okay, so we were talking about earlier with how it was like the Tiffany cash-in has to happen soon.
By the way, hold on 1 second before you say it. Guys, rulings for this, I mean, there's not really any rules, but the parameters that we did with this was 7 matches each night. And so for a total of 14. And you're basically doing it out of the realm of what WWE is like right now, from what you have seen up until this very point, what do you think the WrestleMania card will be? And 14 matches, total 7 each night. Those were really the parameters that we kind of thought of here. All right, now you can go. Sorry, TJ.
So how we were talking earlier about how I was like, Tiffany needs to cash that in soon. Well, this goes hand in hand with it because I think Tiffany should cash in Saturday nights, main event maybe, because then at the Rumble, everyone's thinking EO. And I said EO earlier, but then when I started crafting this card, I was like, maybe not EO. I think someone else should win the Rumble and face Tiffany. And I think that person should be Glow.
Oh.
Glow. 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 Yeah, I got Tiffany and Naomi as my opener for night one for the WWE Women's Championship. I feel like they put on a great match together. And honestly, I got Naomi winning this mug. I got Naomi winning that title at Mania.
Interesting. Okay. Do you mind making a the banners for my cards as well?
I got you.
So all right. Match number 1 to kick things off for WrestleMania night 1, obviously. We're playing Braun Breaker, defending his Intercontinental Championship. Yes, I do see him going all the way to WrestleMania with this Intercontinental Championship, as he will be defending it against Sheamus.
I thought you were about to say the person I had, because I have Braun also. I thought you were about to say the exact same opponent. I was about to lose my shit.
So, yeah, Braun Breaker and Sheamus, this kind of just seems very easy for me. Sheamus, this is the only championship that he needs to win before he becomes a Crown Jewel champion. Fuck WWE and their ways of doing that. The Grand Slam champion. And yes, I just do think that Braun Breaker is just going to keep this Intercontinental Championship from now all the way to WrestleMania, mainly because I don't even really think he should have lost it in the first place. I'll be completely honest with that. I understand the whole Jey Uso factor. Jey Uso had his first IC title run for a little while, but I think Braun Breaker's just going to hold the title until Mania, and I would have Sheamus win the Intercontinental Championship on the grandest stage.
I like that because I feel like that one really could happen soon. I could see that. I could see them starting at around maybe Rumble time, after the Rumble, probably.
You can have Sheamus, eliminate Braun, or Braun eliminate Sheamus and the Rumble itself, and you can just start it from right then and there.
True. While I talk about my second one, send me a pic of yours so I can just make them all real quick.
Okay. I don't know.
My second one, Phil, I told you I was going dumb stupid with the tag titles. For the first one, for the WWE tag titles on the SmackDown side, I got Motor City Machine Guns holding those titles all the way to Mania, where they will defend them in a triple threat TLC match against DIY and Fraxium. I feel like they're going to drop the NXT tag titles soon, and then they should be on the way up, maybe, for a call-up. I'm assuming they're going to go up for a call-up, and I feel like it should be SmackDown, and I feel like this would be an amazing way to go for them. Just 3 badass tag teams, 3 of the best in their respective things, just going at it in a TLC match, paying homage to the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys, and just duking it out over the WWE tag titles. I'm torn between having the machine. Actually, I'm not. I'd have the Machine Guns retain it. I'd have them retain it on some straight up TNA type shit. DIY, I wouldn't be upset if DIY wins. I wouldn't be upset if Fraxium won either. I just feel like it probably would be them because it would still be kind of relatively new on their side of things. You feel me? Yeah.
Interesting. I would not mind that tag team match at all. At that point, Fraxium would be called up to the main roster over on Friday SmackDown, and we'd see some great action between those three teams. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Up next.
I think you even have to have a spot where the Motor City Machine Guns, they hit the Skull and Bones off the top of the ladder.
That would be kind of sick. Yeah. So match number 2 for me. It's kind of early on in the match card. Don't get me wrong, but with how things kind of shaped up for this card, I kind of didn't really see much other place to put them. It's Bianca and Jade. I think this matchup here is happening. I mean, this matchup here is, to me, I feel like it's inevitable that this matchup is going to happen at WrestleMania. I do believe that they will lose the tag team championships eventually to who knows at this point. But, with how everything is going down between those two, it's just inevitable that this match is going to happen. Now, you guys are probably wondering, and TJ's probably too, what's up?
I just looked at what you put next to one of these tag team names.
See, you understand? And put that in there too.
I am.
And Corbin, the thing is, I'm in agreement with you, bro. I am. Jade, to me, would go over. And the reason why I say this is because in my booking, Bianca would be the heel. Because right now, and look, this might be, a take that many people aren't really all too keen on. But it's the truth for me because I have to, just say this at this point. Bianca as a babyface right now, though we have seen it for so long on the WWE's main roster, we have never gotten a chance to see heel Bianca on the main roster yet, and that is a crime, in my honest opinion. I think Bianca as a heel on the main roster would just fit like a glove. It would work. And the thing is, when it comes down to Jade being a heel, like, Phil, why wouldn't you just have Jade being a heel? Because she's already done that before. Simply because of that reason. She's done it before. She's been a heel for mostly her entire career as a professional wrestler. Jade is beloved by the WWE audience right now. Why would you want to mess with that? Keep her as a babyface, have Bianca turn on Jade when they lose those tag team titles, and just book a matchup between the two at WrestleMania. And have Jade go over. Plus, Bianca's already a made woman. She wouldn't need this one. Establish Jade.
Sorry, I'm writing one more real quick on yours.
Nope, you're fine. So,
and I was also wrong. We definitely went very crazy. We both went very crazy with the U.S. title match because I'm looking at yours. Oh my! I think you put the exact same match as me, and I'm looking. Did we? There's only
mine's the
two people that we differ on. There's literally two members of that match that we differed on. Literally
Yours
only
is
two members.
Match too, right? Because mine just says United States title, but it's a ladder match.
Oh shit!
Mine's a ladder match for US title.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, mine is not. Okay, cool. That would have been fucking insane.
You guys will get to see that on night 2.
That's wild.
But yeah, how do you feel about Jade and Bianca? To me, I feel like it's just inevitable, but Bianca as the heel would just make a lot more It would make sense to me because of the way that I would book it in my head. But with how everything is happening right now, I just think Bianca needs a little bit of a fresh start, essentially.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely would have Bianca as the heel in that one because I feel like it's overdue. I get why she doesn't, because she inspires so many. But I would have done it. I'd make her the heel and have Jade be the face, because you gotta. Obviously, Bianca's definitely got like. I feel like this is realistic. At least 2 more decades in her, but you got to get Jade up to being the what's that shit called? A role model too. So that way, when Bianca does turn heel, they'd be like, at least we still got Jade.
And you also got to establish her.
Yeah.
Bianca's been there, done that. She's undefeated at WrestleMania. What's the harm of having her putting over Jade at WrestleMania?
Exactly.
On the stage, I don't really think there's any harm, and it's not like it's not like Bianca has to have a heel run for like 6-7 years. She can just do this, get Jade over. And then at some point down the line, when you just want to have Bianca turn babyface again, you can.
Honestly, I'd have it just be for the Mania season, and then afterwards, just have Jade go for the handshake, and Bianca's like, you know what? Yeah.
No, I completely agree. But yeah, Jade Cargill for the victory in a Jade versus Bianca match on night 1. Like I said, I know that this is match number 2, but I'm pretty sure TJ knows what I'm talking about now that he has this card in front of him. Based on the way that I kind of structured it, Jade and Bianca going number 2 is not bad, essentially. Though I probably would have maybe switched the tag team title match and Jade, you could have done that, but Jade and Bianca going 2 is not a bad idea to me.
Okay, so for my third match, I went with what I'm seeing in the Judgment Day right now. I got Finn taking on Dominic, because I feel like Finn is going to turn on that man soon. And it's only a matter of time until it finally implodes and completely shatters the Judgment Day. And I feel like it's going to lead to Finn taking on what the fuck's his name? Dominic, there it is, at Mania. And normally I would say Dominic, but I'm tired of Finn losing on the big ones. I'm giving it to Finn, bro. I'm tired of Finn losing on the fucking big ones. I need Finn to take this fucking win, bro.
Depending on where both of those two are at come WrestleMania time, if this match were to happen, I feel like Dominic really would not need the win anyway. So just give it to Finn.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's honestly would Dom still be able to live at this point to you?
No.
Where's
Judgment? I feel like Liv would turn on him.
Judgment Day dead at this point to you?
Judgment Day is completely shattered. I feel like Liv turns on Dominic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that shit is just gone.
Interesting. Okay. Match number 3 here. I mean, it kind of just feels, poetic in a sense, because with the way that I have the WrestleMania main event for night 2, though I would love to see Jacob Fatu versus Roman. You guys probably already know what my main event in night 2 is, just based on the fact that I said Roman. But though I would have actually loved to see Jacob versus Roman, I think you can still do that down the line. It doesn't have to be at WrestleMania. And because of how much emphasis Jacob is putting on Solo Sikoa with the whole "I love you, Solo," the whole thing.
That shit was so funny when he did that today. He's like, "Yeah, I love you, Solo." And I was like, see, you're doing it on purpose now. You're doing it on purpose.
He stays so unserious, and the fact of the matter is, with that whole unseriousness right there, I can see this match happening. Because I don't know where else Solo would fit on the WrestleMania card if it's not Jacob Fatu. And I don't even think this matchup would even really be that bad, because Solo, regardless
I
of...
just realized I don't have Solo on my card at all.
That's fair. It's fair. It's a fair point. But, you know, with Solo, you know, being the way that he is right now, whether you like him or whether you don't, at this point in time, he has honestly really improved what he's done. And Jacob is Jacob. He's, you know, phenomenal at what he does. And at that point in time, in my eyes, Solo really would not need this victory, especially depending on where Solo is in terms of the Bloodline situation and where that whole situation is involved here. So I'm having Jacob picked up the victory in his first WrestleMania.
Interesting.
Tell him I have an emergency. Thanks. Okay.
What?
Question in chat.
Oh.
Right.
So my next one, which one did I just say? I just said Battle of Mysterio. So here's my U.S. title match. And you'll see what I mean by we only differed on 2 opponents. Mine's just a regular 6-pack challenge. I got Montez, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Logan Paul, and Kevin Owens battling it out for the U.S. title.
Logan and Kevin are the only 2.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Now for me, you have LA Knight still as champion going in. I have Melo going in as champion because I feel like I have him winning it at Rumble or something like that. Now, as far as who my winner is, I'm starting that agenda. Montez Ford is picking up the U.S. title in this match right here. Hey, man, that frog splash going, and I'm going to be out my fucking seat, either in the stadium or at a bar, wherever we're fucking watching Mania at, because they don't drop these fucking ticket prices soon, man. Yeah, if they don't drop these ticket prices soon, we going to be in the bars at Vegas watching. Be like, oh, shit, y'all got Mania on. Let's go. Which honestly I prefer a little bit if Cena's not in a good match, I might prefer because the commentary helps a lot with some of the matches. And when you're there in person and there's no commentary, if you're not around people who are just as enthusiastic as you, that should get boring. Because they just be sitting there like whole time I'm like, yeah, power bomb that motherfucker. Yeah.
Or you can literally be the only person that is like that in your section.
I had crazy quiet people last time. And I was so upset. I was like, bro, we paid hundreds of dollars to be here. I'm going to be excited.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like that match would be fantastic. 6-pack challenge for that United States title. I would absolutely love that. And obviously Montez Ford getting the victory there. I mean, him getting his first singles championship win. Question in terms of that, Street Profits still together?
Yeah, I have them on just a thing where it's like, you know, we're still the Street Profits, but let's try to run a singles thing and see what we can do. Type beat.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Next match for my card, match number 4 on night 1, is the Women's Championship match between Tiffany Stratton going in as the champion. So at that point in time, Tiffany Stratton would have cashed in her Women's Money in the Bank and won the title versus the Royal Rumble winner in Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte Flair's return to the WWE is inevitable. I think Charlotte Flair, if and when she is in that Royal Rumble, because I do predict that she will most likely just return within the Royal Rumble match itself, because I do believe that she would be ready at that current time. Though she's been training like a motherfucker all over the place. I just think it's inevitable that Charlotte returns during the Royal Rumble match, and I feel like if she were to return in that Rumble, she would instantly become a favorite. And I know many people would love to see Io Sky win the Royal Rumble right now, which is the ongoing situation on social media. But if Charlotte returns, she's going into that Royal Rumble, most likely coming out the winner. And don't worry, guys. I'm not having Charlotte win another championship. Tiffany Stratton would retain at WrestleMania. Plus, this matchup here, TJ, it's been talked about. Tiffany wants it. Tiffany has been wanting it. She's said in multiple interviews that Charlotte Flair was one of her inspirations to get into the world of pro wrestling in the first place. So this matchup here just makes a lot of sense in terms of that standpoint. And ultimately, having Tiffany Stratton going over somebody like Charlotte Flair would instantly put her up there in the echelon of one of the greats within the women's division already.
Yeah. Who'd you say you were going to have win it again?
Oh, Tiffany retains.
Okay.
I'm not having Charlotte win the championship here. I think that would just not be creative malpractice, but with everything that you've kind of just built up until this point for Tiffany Stratton becoming the champion after a cash-in, have her retain.
Nice. All right. My next one. I got the women's tag team titles on the line in a ladder match.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, I got how many got him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and a 5-way ladder match at that.
Okay, and women, this is a car crash. Jesus Christ. Okay, yep.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I got Bianca and Jade defending against Damage Control, Lash and Jakara, Alba and Isla, and Chelsea and Piper.
Okay, so you're adding Alba and Isla into the mix of the 4-way that happened tonight.
I'm telling you right now, my biggest spot. There's going to be a KOD off the ladder. There's going to be a KOD off the fucking ladder.
Somebody's
I'm telling you
die.
right now. Bianca's hitting the KOD off the fucking ladder. And then when they both go down, everyone's like, who's going to get it? And that's when you see Lash Legend look around and see nobody's there. She climbs up. She's got a hand on it. But then here comes Jade. And Jade and her are going at it until she gets powerbombed by Jakara Jackson through a ladder. Lash Legend. Ding, ding, ding. Here are your winners representing Metaphor. Lash Legend and Jakara motherfucking Jackson.
There you go. I love it. Yeah. Look, they were the dark horses tonight in the.
You feel me?
They were the dark horses tonight in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. I mean, at that current point in time, Lash and Jakara looked fantastic throughout the entire feud between the 4 tag teams. Having them win at WrestleMania, are they called up officially at this point though?
I think as of now they should be, and I think you keep Metaphor together. But obviously, I feel like Aura and Noam still got stuff to do in NXT. So I think you have them be tweeners. You have them do their main stuff on NXT. But anytime the girls are competing, have them escort them out to the ring. Anytime the girls are backstage, have them be with the girls. But have them be mainstays on NXT.
Fair. Okay. Jakara and Lash become women's tag team champions over on WrestleMania Night 1. Now, sadly, I do not have the women's tag team titles being defended on WrestleMania in my card. Not because I didn't want to see it. I just didn't know where the hell I was going to put everybody else.
You're pulling the Triple H special. They're going to be defended on the SmackDown before.
Trust me, I was not planning it that way.
I can see the graphic now. SmackDown the women's tag team championship defended tonight.
Trust me, I'm not a Triple H show, okay? But this tag team matchup here, and I know TJ knows where I was going with this. G-O-D.
G-O-D. We got these. We need to teach our young men to stop being gangsters and start being graduates.
Y'all should be valedictorians
instead of video vixens.
I'm watching that movie tonight as soon as we're off.
Too,
I'm watching this movie tonight as soon as we're off here.
Is that even still a thing? Did that happen?
No, it's not.
I just don't remember it.
No, it's not.
Okay, I was about to say, man. I'm gonna say I'm not booking that shit.
I'm not booking that. And if anything, that would be on the SmackDown before. Fuck that shit.
I'll book the Hulk Hogan hater battle royal. Just pick all the people who hate Hogan the most, put them in the battle royal.
So literally everybody in existence. Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. So yes, G-O-D. Would that be a great remix, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Said it. G-O-D. Versus Motor City Machine Guns, who are the champions. That's what it is there. Versus the Usos for the WWE Tag Team Championships here. Now, here's the thing. Now, TJ, I originally had G-O-D versus the Usos for the WWE Tag Team Championships here. But because Motor City Machine Guns showed up on WWE programming, won the tag team titles so soon, I did not want to essentially take the titles off from Motor City Machine Guns so quickly. Just to put them back on G-O-D. And then just have G-O-D versus the Usos for the tag titles. So I'm making it a triple threat match. You're still getting G-O-D versus the Usos, but you're having Motor City Machine Guns be a part of it as well. And, you know, Motor City Machine Guns has history with G-O-D. And because Usos and G-O-D have the history because of the Bloodline, you can still make it work.
Yeah.
George agrees.
Hey, George.
So, but yeah, I mean, it might seem a little bit out there having Motor City Machine Guns be a part of it, but they're the champions right now, and I had to have at least one tag team title for the men's division be on the line at the WrestleMania card. So that's what I did. That's what I did. I just didn't think they were going to win the tag team title so soon. You know? Because them winning the tag team title shook up everything. To me. So, there's that.
All right.
Number 5 for you.
So mine, it's funny enough, I got someone of the same caliber in this one because I went with a tag team match also. I got the Usos taking on G-O-D.
Okay, so we were on the same wavelength. Match number 5 too, which is perfect.
That's wild.
The only reason why I just added Motor City Machine Guns is because they're now the tag team champions. So that's it. But who are the tag? Did you do this as a tag team championship match or no?
Nope. This is just straight for the love of graps. Yeah.
I mean, this match has been in the works of many WWE fans for a very long time. Everybody wanted to see G-O-D versus the Usos. It just makes perfect sense to do it.
Yeah. So yeah. The only question. Actually, no, I'm having Usos win it. Yeah, I'm having the Usos win it.
Oh wait, I didn't even realize I didn't pick a winner for mine. Yeah, I was. You know what? I'll just have the Usos win the tag team titles. Because at that point, I mean, Motor City Machine Guns would have had a lengthy title run. I mean,
Yeah.
GOD doesn't need it. Give the tag titles to the Usos.
There you go. All right.
This
one intrigues me, Phil. This next one of yours intrigues me.
Yes. Now, I have Drew McIntyre taking on Wade Barrett. Now, yes, Wade Barrett would be coming out of retirement for this.
I saw that when I was typing. I was like, what the fuck?
But looking at how everything kind of transpired between Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett throughout the Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud, this makes sense to me. Because Wade Barrett was essentially the only guy that was on Drew McIntyre's side throughout that entire situation between him and Punk. And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre went rogue and he just went off on Wade Barrett when he did during that episode of Monday Night Raw. And then Adam Pearce, who can never get control of a show, sorry, Adam, but it's true. He said, look, Drew, this has nothing to do with Wade Barrett. Wade, you can go back to your commentary duties. Drew, get your ass in this ring because we're settling this to make the Hell in a Cell match official for you and Punk. Wade Barrett coming out of retirement here is not out of the realm of possibility because he is cleared to wrestle, and, you know, him being back for, if it is just a one-time only thing, doing a match against Drew McIntyre would not be a bad idea. I would love to see it. Now, you know, essentially, I would love to see Wade Barrett pick up the victory here, but with the way that Drew McIntyre has been going on and him being almost like an MVP of WWE throughout this heel run, I would kind of have Drew McIntyre, you would kind of have to have Drew McIntyre pick up the victory here, but it's nothing against Barrett. Barrett right now is just doing some amazing stuff on commentary, and that's where he should be, but him coming out of retirement is not a bad idea to me.
All right.
It's out there. It's definitely out there. It's not, it's something that was completely out of left field, but with how Barrett and McIntyre were throughout the Punk feud, I could see it happening.
That bullhammer would hit like that. First bullhammer would hit like crap.
First bullhammer back would be insane. Yes.
God damn. All right. I just realized that was your co-main event also for night one.
Yeah, because I mean, it definitely had like a lot of heat going into everything with Punk and Drew. So that's.
Oh yeah, and Usos and GOD was my co-main event. Now my main event. We were talking about Rumble winners. My main event sees the Royal Rumble winner taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. For number 17, because I got John Cena taking on Gunther for record-breaking number fucking 17 in this bitch. I can't do it enough. I can't do it.
I'll do it
with. Cena's winning this shit. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be a technical masterpiece. Cena's coming out on top. Number 17. Fucking dude.
All right. No, that makes a whole lot of sense. Everybody does want to see it.
And yes, I said Rumble winner. Y'all didn't hear me incorrectly.
Yeah,
Cena getting number 3 in this bitch. He's got 3, right?
Yeah, I think it would be 3.
08 and 4 and 13. Yeah, he's got 3.
It would be number 3. But yeah, I mean, everybody does want to see this matchup here. I would personally, here's the thing with me. When it comes down to this matchup here, though I would love to see it at WrestleMania, I obviously have something different for Gunther. Initially, when I was making this WrestleMania card, even before the injury happened, I'll just tell you right now, I had Gunther and Ilya. I'm sorry. I did.
Here's the thing. I don't see a lot of people talking about this. I kind of feel like Ilya's about to pull a Super Cena.
It could happen.
Especially when Cena revealed how he came back so early. Instead of doing PT 3 times a week, he did it 3 times a fucking day.
Yeah, he did.
Ilya already trains hard like that on the fucking daily. For all we know, Ilya could come back tomorrow for all we fucking know with how crazy he trains.
Yeah.
That motherfucker could be like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Hunter.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, before the injury happened to Ilya Dragunov, I had Gunther versus Ilya. But obviously, you know, I changed plans, obviously, and I'll tell you guys who I think will face Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, because trust me, Gunther is still the World Heavyweight Champion in my card. But yeah, that's not until the co-main event of night 2. And you guys will understand it when I get there, but yeah, that'll be when we get there. But the main event of night 1, to me, you guys already know, it's Cody and Randy. Randy Orton being the Royal Rumble winner here. No, the Elimination Chamber winner here. My bad. The Elimination Chamber winner. We just want to see this match. Everybody wants to see this match. Everybody kind of just knows that this matchup is going to be inevitable. And when it does happen for the undisputed WWE Championship, it'll be fantastic when it does happen. Just letting you guys know, though I am a Cody Rhodes fan, Cody Rhodes is not retaining the WWE Championship here. Randy Orton would be winning the championship, and you can have Cody chase back that WWE Championship when he does eventually lose it. But Randy Orton, being the heel that we all know that he can be, not RKOing children and not feeding chocolate to dogs, but him being the heel that he can be to take back that WWE Championship is the way to go.
Boy, I go stupid. I'm gonna go dumb stupid. You don't understand. You don't understand, bro. If we're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I hear dun, 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 dun. I was like,
At that point, I would hope to be, streaming and doing watch-alongs at that point, because I would just be going fucking crazy at that point. But dude, I mean, Cody and Randy just makes sense. You do it, and I have Randy winning the Elimination Chamber here, and I don't know what the Elimination Chamber would look like, but obviously it would be for the #1 contendership for the undisputed WWE title, and yeah, I mean, it. Depending on my Royal Rumble winner in this card, and keep in mind, guys, this is so much further in advance, because I was booking this WrestleMania card before I even came to TJ and Aloft with this concept of this idea, but you guys will understand.
All right. Well, it's time for
Night 2.
Now, Corbin, I just want to bring this up. I have all 3 of these matches booked on my show. I have all 3 of them.
Randy, Rock Roman. I have 2.
All 3 booked.
I have 2 of those.
But this is where you're wrong, because guess who's opening night 2 of the show?
Opening?
That man got a wife and kids to get home to. What the fuck? I'm trying to. Hey, Joe, do the match, then you're good to go. He got a wife and 5 kids to get at home. I'm not trying to keep this nigga here all night. He ain't got no championship. He don't need to be waiting till the main event when he got all that family. And he opened the show today. Why? Because he's trying to get home to his wife and kids.
Opening is crazy. Because I'll tell you this, right?
And you know what's going to happen when I say, hey, Joe, I know usually we have you main event at Mania, but I got the world titles main event, so I got you and Dwayne opening the show. He'd be like, thank you.
I want to shake your hand.
I want to shake you. I think the only person with pushback would be Dwayne. He'd be like, you're trying to tell the final boss that he's opening WrestleMania? I'd be like, hey. I got Terramana in the dressing room. Shut the fuck up. Come on. Let's
get in there.
We got 30 seconds till we're on air. They're setting your shit up right now. Let's act like we got some sense and go do the match.
And they fucking dab each other up. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get drunk after.
They're like, you know what? You're right. And then somewhere in the background, Jay's like, and then we can get some Waffle House after who's yeet. And then somewhere, I think Zilla's there by this time, telling his fuck ass Waffle House order that he told Malcolm, give me 8 eggs, oos, 4 pieces of toast, grits, extra sugar, and I need 2 portions of all that. I said, Zilla, what the fuck do you mean you're eating 16 scrambled eggs out this bitch? What do you mean you're eating 16 scrambled eggs? And Jay ain't no fucking better either. Jay be like, let me get 5 scrambled eggs, 3 waffles, 2 portions of the hash browns. And like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like,
it does not surprise me that Zilla has that order for Waffle House. It does not.
I know Waffle House hate to see them Samoans coming because they just be like, man, here come the damn Fatus and Hawaii. It's just get all the eggs we got.
I just think it's hilarious that Waffle House is every Samoan's choice. Like, I would have never guessed.
Phil, I keep trying to tell people. People think I'm joking. Samoans are just island niggas because niggas love Waffle House. Samoans are just island niggas. Niggas that were born on an island, that live on an island of island descent. That's all Samoans are. Why do you think we don't get mad when Samoans be saying nigga? Also, because we ain't about to check them. They're 6'3" out the fucking womb. I'm not telling them they can't say it.
That's a fair point.
If Jacob Fatu walked into me and was like, what's up, my nigga? I'd be like, what's up, Boos? What's good, Boos? Yeah, you keep it pushing. I love you, Solo. Yeah.
No, Solo.
I'm not saying shit to that man, bro. I'm not trying to die. What?
Fair. Now, I'll tell you guys this right now, and I know, like, this match.
I got Roman winning, by the way. I feel like that should go.
We all know matches on the card.
I feel like that should be common sense. I got Roman winning this. I'll be damned if I be like, Dwayne, hit that people's elbow and pin Roman. What the fuck?
Yeah, no. All right, match number 1 for night 2 for me. United States Championship ladder match. Now,
you're a sicko. You're a sicko.
Right. I'm booking for the AEW sickos over here. So
I thought I was sick putting 6 niggas in a match. You said, what if we threw some ladders up in there too? You're sick. You're a sick son of a bitch.
But you're going to love my winner, though. So we got LA Knight, who is still the United States champion at this time.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's going to hold this championship for, but you know what? We'll just keep him as United States champion right now. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Austin Theory, Montez Ford, and Johnny Gargano in a United States Championship ladder match. And the winner and new WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes. I'm having Carmelo Hayes.
I'm fine with that. Melo or Montez, either one, I'm fine with it.
I'm having Carmelo Hayes win the United States Championship on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. We all know Carmelo is a future United States champion. It's inevitable. But why not do it on the grandest stage of them all? Obviously, this ladder match is for the sickos. You're going to have so many spots in this ladder match. You're going to have that frog splash from Montez Ford off the ladder. You're going to have Johnny Gargano. You know what? Fuck it. I would have him you remember when Edge took that steel rod off of a steel chair and did the crossface to well, I think Edge Edge made that whole thing known, but then all of a sudden he got it done to him. I would do the same fucking thing, but Johnny Gargano doing a Gargano escape with that thing on there. Austin Theory's kind of just here to take the bumps. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say if Austin Theory ever hit a fucking 8-count down from the top of the ladder, his knee is gone. His fucking knee is gone.
Austin Theory's kind of here to just take the bumps like he was doing in the Elimination Chamber match. But yeah, Andrade is here to look cool and do cool spots, but Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight are the two real prime guys within this thing, and Carmelo Hayes wants the title.
Type shit. Oh, this is still your card. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't have this fucking match on here. So my next match, I don't have them as a Royal Rumble winner or for a title. I think this is just pure for the hatred for each other.
Okay. That's number 2. That's match number 2 on your card. That's interesting.
I know.
Are you sure you're not booking your WrestleMania in reverse order? Because, man, like, this...
There's a reason why this is match number 2. I'm saving the destruction for later in the show. I'm a family man. You know, the ones who be like, I want my kid to see most of the show, but I don't want them to see this destruction and shit. Don't worry, Susan. I got you.
You're going the Andrew Baydala route. He's allowing his kids to watch, the most important matches, and then it's time for
dip out.
Then it's time for real men to watch the show when it's time to go to bed for the kids.
Time for real men to watch.
Shout out to Andrew Baydala. That is not a shot to him and or his kid. I absolutely love both of them. Andrew Baydala is my dude, and he's been so much of a support to me and what we do here over on OTB. So I appreciate everything that he's done. But yes, this is exactly what TJ's thinking of when it comes down to this stuff.
Exactly. No surprise. Corbin, you have Punk winning it? Damn. So Punk just winning all the major feuds for you. Damn. Because I had Seth winning this
TJ,
one.
then question here, who's the heel?
I don't think either of them are heels. I think they just straight up hate each other.
Okay, fair.
It's just straight, fuck you, Phil. No, fuck you, Colby. Fuck you. Just straight hate.
And you know what? To be honest, I absolutely love that because there really does not need to be any designation for who is a babyface and a heel. These two just absolutely despise each other, and whoever has to be the heel within the matchup and work as a heel, both of them can do it and do it flawlessly.
If I had to choose a heel, I'm going Punk on it.
That's fair.
Going Punk. Because I feel like that would be good.
Punk did say on it's not the Rich Eisen show, but it was presented on their YouTube channel. Whatever podcast that was with
it's the one that O'Shea does. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
He said talk to me in 6 months. So I don't know if that was kind of but yeah, it is what it is. But that was a great interview, by the way. O'Shea did an amazing job with that. But yeah, I feel like TJ's booking this stuff backwards. I love it though. Match number 2 for me. Don't worry, guys. I have seen it on this card, but it's against Logan Paul. Now here's this match is happening.
I only booked him because I needed flip monkeys. That's the reason he's in a multi-man match. I'll be damned
This
if he
match-
gets a singles match on my card.
If you don't think Cena's not facing Logan Paul within this retirement tour, you're fucking crazy. You're
I
nuts.
do. I'm just not giving it a fucking Mania match. Fuck that. I'm not giving Logan that satisfaction. He can get a Rumble. He can
he's
get
not winning.
Cena at the Rumble.
If you
or
think
Chamber.
Logan's winning, he ain't winning for shit.
Logan needs to get squashed whenever he faces Cena. And niggas ain't gonna like it. It needs to happen.
You know, the reason why I had Logan Paul in this situation is because when did he face Seth? Was it 38? No, that was Cody.
Seth
39.
was 39.
39. Logan had Seth at WrestleMania 39. And that matchup there was absolutely fantastic for, you know, not only just the time that I got, but, you know, the way that, you know, things kind of went down. And the story going in. This right here, you know how Logan Paul is, right? He heals this up so much, and he's like, you know, I am the young guy here. I am the future of this company. You are the past. You are on your retirement tour. Go home, do your movies, go back to Hollywood, and do your thing.
Hey, since they on Netflix, if I'm Cena, I'm not saying fine speech. I'm putting my hand over his mic and going, will you shut the fuck up?
Cena is going to bury this guy on the microphone, just like he did the Roman Reigns back in the day. And he's gonna get his. So Cena's obviously
got to bring up Japan. He has to bring up Japan.
Cena he brings up everything under the sun when it comes down to Logan. He even brings up the crypto scandal. He had that.
Oh yeah.
He'll even bring that up. So
Cena's bringing up everything.
It makes sense. Do the match. Cena goes over. But yes, this match is happening one way or another. I don't know if it's happening at Mania, but that's where I would have it.
Nice. My next one, which is since she's out with the orbital and they said the timetable return is probably Rumble. I'm not having her win the Rumble, but after Liv retains at the Rumble, Rhea comes out and sets up that we're going to get Liv and Rhea at Mania. And here's the thing. I'm biased. I don't give a fuck. I'm having Liv win it and just end this fucking feud. Just Liv needs to win, end the feud. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm not even going to go too much into that one. Yeah.
No, it makes sense. I'll just say this. I have Rhea in here. That's not until the match after the matchup that's in this place. But, look, I'll tell you this right now. Liv Morgan being in the place of the person that I actually have here makes a lot more sense. Just to end the feud, get it done and over with, and just allow things to happen so that they can just, you know, go their separate ways. But right now, I mean, the person that I have in the match against Rhea is being pushed heavily right now. And at this point in time, I would have just saw Rhea win the championship before WrestleMania season to get to where we are in terms of this booking for WrestleMania. But we'll talk about my Rhea Ripley match in a few moments. The match I have in this place of the Liv and Rhea match on my card is Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Mask versus hair. Now, keep in mind that in this kind of stipulation here, the mask would be essentially, if Rey lost this, not only would the mask kind of, you know, be, you know, the end all be all, but this would ultimately be Rey Mysterio's retirement match. This would be Rey's retirement match. Dominic goes over here, and at the end of all of it, Rey gets to retire against his son and Dominic at WrestleMania. Father puts the son over, and we get to have Rey retire on the grandest stage of them all. Now, Dominic, I mean, you can have him still be the heel in all of this. I mean, obviously, with right now, with what kind of heat he has, in terms of him being a heel, it would kind of just, be creative malpractice to have him turn babyface randomly all of a sudden to go up against his father. But, plus it really would not make much sense if, it was babyface versus babyface in a hair versus mask match.
Hey, I know we're both good guys, but let me take your hair.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you do this match, you get Dominic to have a win over Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. Honestly, have that revenge from last year. Because we had this matchup before. It was not hair versus mask, but we had Rey versus Dom and Rey victory there. So have Dominic pick up the win here, retire Rey Mysterio, and be on your merry way. Because he's already a WWE Hall of Famer. Rey has nothing left to prove. I was honestly kind of not mad that Rey won when we saw this matchup the first time, but I was like, Dom is so hated right now. Why wouldn't you not have him beat Rey Mysterio at 40? But obviously we saw where things went. So I do the match again.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I just did this. I have big, meaty men slapping meat.
Oh boy.
In another triple threat. I have Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. And can you guess who the third person is?
Well, it's not a rematch with Gunther. Give me Bronson?
Correct!
Yeah.
I got these three big niggas going at it.
So this is just a normal match. This isn't for
this is just straight. I'm better than you type shit. That's literally what this one is. Just I'm better than you. No, you're not. I am.
Did you have
You're both wrong. I'm better than both of you. So suck it.
Did you have an Intercontinental Championship match yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So that's going to be very interesting because I would have at least seen these guys in the title picture. We'll see. Okay. No, I mean, big meaty man slapping meat. Do it.
I think I would say it could be match of the night, but I have so many matches on here that could be match of the fucking night. But I think it's definitely going to be a great match.
Have a meat off. I don't care. Do this.
The fuck did you just say?
I heard what you said. And Bob, of course, comes off.
Corbin, who do you think Braun is facing? Put it in the comments. Phil, what the fuck did you say? This nigga said have a meat off.
He's been sitting here this whole time, not on the phone with anybody. Just listening to me until I said that. I know you're not.
No. You're muted, brother, but
You thought I predicted you saying meat off? You think I just said, yeah, Phil's about to say that in 3, 2.
Well, remember the last time I perfectly timed your chat with Lisha and everybody was there?
That was different. That was different, and you know it was different.
I perfectly timed that shit.
That was a different. You came in there wilding.
Hell no.
That was different.
Pervert is not touching my card at all. If he was, he would get squashed by Braun. Braun would squash him in 30 seconds. No, not even 30. To get revenge for Kofi, 5 seconds. I'm talking. It would happen. Braun enters, and then Brock enters and does his little her, and he's thinking he's hot shit, right? The bell rings. He walks up, spear pinned immediately. I would have Braun Breaker embarrass that nigga. 5 seconds.
That would be interesting. I would pop for that.
Who wins the triple threat?
Bronson.
Good.
Yeah. And you want to know how he does it? I want him to be on the outside, stumbling back to his feet. Sheamus has Drew on the top rope. He goes for the avalanche white noise, and as he's doing it, Bronson gets to the top. Tsunamis both them niggas.
I feel like that would literally break the ring again.
Imagine being Drew. You're like, damn, I got hit with a white noise. At least that's oh my God.
I feel like that would break the ring again. Now, the next matchup that I have on the card would be Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Now, I know, where the heck is Liv Morgan? I understand, replacing Liv Morgan.
She's with me. It's okay. She's with me.
Probably would have been a better call, just to get that feud over with. But in my booking, Rhea would have never had the orbital bone break. I'm sorry to everybody in chat and to the people here, but Rhea would have defeated Liv at Saturday night's main event, and then we would have gotten here.
Damn.
Now with Rhea having the orbital bone socket injury, having Rhea versus Liv at WrestleMania just to end this goddamn feud once and for all makes the most sense. No matter if Rhea wins the Rumble or Elimination Chamber, who cares at this point? Just end the feud at Mania. But Io Sky would be my Elimination Chamber winner at that rate.
Nice.
So, we'll see. The Rhea Liv Morgan situation heading into WrestleMania is going to be very interesting regardless.
So my next one.
Hey, bro, hold on, real quick. I know I'm like off here, but I'm gonna just like try to jump in where y'all at. I got Becky and Charlotte having a loser leaves WWE match, and then
that's sick. That is sick. That's sick.
You are a sick.
Why is it sick? Is that sick?
It reminds me of this nigga that it was an hour before SmackDown yesterday. Someone goes, "Oh my God, y'all! The tag team match is a loser leaves WWE match."
Hey man, listen.
Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae.
They said if Bayley and Naomi leave,
that's crazy.
Leave, but if Candice and Indy leave, Indy's gone.
You are a sick man.
I had to block them because what do you mean?
And you know what, Laf? Save the rest of your matches because we'll just have you run through the rest of your beginning.
Yeah, count both of them leave on. I had Charlotte win it. I can live with Charlotte. I can't live with it.
The 2K method.
Because 3 people during tonight's show, I counted 3 people referenced Becky Lynch in saying that she retired. Becky has not said she retired yet. But
Becky probably watching it like,
yeah. Liv said it. They said it on commentary, and someone else, I forget, someone else said it.
That either means Becky is confused as fuck, or Becky about to pull up soon and be like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?"
I feel like Becky's already re-signed, and they're just giving her time off to return whenever.
I don't think she resigned, but I don't think she retired.
No, not retired by any means. No.
If Liv retired Becky Lynch, I'm going to start a narrative, and then people aren't going to like the narrative. So
I will join you on that narrative. I will make niggas want to.
I'm starting one now, so I will have the Crown Jewel, so I can.
I'm gonna hit him with that. Hey, shut the fuck up. That's why Liv pinned your favorite and sent her into retirement, nigga.
Oh, the winner of this, I'd have Io win the championship.
As you should.
Good. That's very good.
I'd have Io win the title. Nothing against Rhea, but it would be time for Io to get the title back. So yeah, we got 3 more matches to go.
Are you ready for more destruction?
Oh boy. Oh no.
Bring out the tables, ladders, and chairs again.
Oh dear God!
Because
again?
for the World Tag Team title match, give me American Made versus New Day versus LWO versus the Viking Raiders.
So again, death for tag team titles. What are you doing?
It's crazy.
It's for the love of the game, nigga.
That's why you wanted to know what the mini tournament was for the tag team
I was
titles.
gonna put them all
Raw.
in there no matter what.
You're just gonna put all of them in there.
I did.
That's a damn shame.
You're a sick bastard. Laugh as it is, but you too. You're booking this for the sickos. You're booking this for AEW fans too. Stop it.
Goddamn right I am. Because you know what else I'm gonna do? You know what else I'm gonna do? I want to make them do a sick ass spot where Julius hits Dragon Lee with a fucking German off the ladder, and you think, oh my God, it's over. But no, he holds on. He rises up, hits him with another one. Oh my God, it's over. He rises up again. You think it's over. Instead of a German, he flips Dragon Lee around, picks him up for the power bomb. You remember what Roman did to Dominic? He running it back.
Yeet.
Through that boy.
Thought he legitimately died. And then all
exactly, Corbin. American Made picking up the win.
And then I saw the crash pad on the outside, and I was like, God damn it, dude! Why'd you show it? Why'd you show it?
I don't even care. Even with the crash pad, I'd still be like, ah.
Yeah, that's still a brutal ass spot to take.
If you miss, fuck a crash pad, nigga.
Dude, Zach Wentz missed the entire table on that NXT spot.
Yeah, he overshot the hell out of it.
That man.
And there was no crash pad there. That was just straight concrete. Oh, man.
Shit. Chelsea Green liked my tweet. Let's go. I win, niggas.
Hey.
I win, niggas.
Chelsea.
Shit.
W Chelsea.
Does this mean
all
I
right,
have to fight Matt Cardona now?
Yeah,
I would hope not. He'd be going crazy. I don't know.
I'm gonna say I'm not trying to go through a fluorescent light tube table, man.
Dude.
He'd be wild.
I saw him.
Wait, let me make sure it's the actual Chelsea Green.
I saw
okay,
Cardona.
it is.
I saw Cardona at GCW show. Mance Warner threw my phone across the goddamn arena. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
If I got my phone thrown, I would freak out, bro.
And the thing is, during the whole situation happening, one of the other wrestlers ran over to the spot where it landed, grabbed it, looked at it, and he's like, "It's your lucky day." Nothing. My phone was completely fine. No cracks. No nothing. And I was like, man, Mance Warner's the fucking best.
If it was cracked, that would be
if it was cracked, I would have had Mance Warner buy me a new phone.
Yeah, you kept telling him that, and then let me know how that goes for you. You said, "Hey,"
he goes, "Sorry about it, Junior."
You might just be cooked, bro. I don't know.
You know what he would tell you? The best I can do is give you a free month subscription to Steph's website subscription thing.
Nigga, give me my phone. I don't want your website.
I want my phone back.
Oh, I got you the Freaky Time subscription. No, man, get away from me.
No.
Unhand me. Give me my phone. You bugging.
Give me my phone.
Come on, what are you doing?
Nah, give me my phone back. But up next, TJ, you had this match as match number 2 on your card. Cause you want the kids to see the great stuff and then go to bed.
Exactly.
I
love kids, but I don't give a shit about the kids right now. I'm having Punk versus
Wait,
Rollins.
Wait, real quick. I gotta tell Locke the crazy shit I said earlier. So I said, when we run Cody and Randy, and Randy's the heel, I need Randy to be desperate for that title match. I need him to RKO Brandy and then kidnap their child and like do a segment while he's like holding her like, Cody, you want your kid back. Sign the contract.
Oh, and that,
if you want to be on some real fuck shit, have just Randy from chest up holding the bar of chocolate, be like, Cody, I've tried to get through to you, but you're just not getting it. So maybe pan down to Pharaoh.
No, stop.
Randy's like, you got an hour, Cody, to sign that contract.
Nothing you said in the past 5 minutes.
Corbin helping me on this because then.
See, this is what happens.
I need that.
No.
Punt kick Mama Rose.
This right here is what happens when you miss an hour of the show. This right here. We are punting Mama Rose for no reason. We are feeding
no reason. Cody didn't want to sign the contract. Randy's doing what he got to do.
Mom?
We're feeding.
I want Randy to crash out. I want Randy to do all three. I want Randy to beat the fuck out of Cody, handcuff him to the ring, RKO Brandy, and then do that little thing he did with to Stephanie, the little look at Cody like, oh, yeah.
We're feeding chocolate to
and
a
then
dog.
Punt kick his mama while holding the baby.
The only thing that I would condone is RKOing or DDTing Brandy Rhodes. That's
so you
it.
condone violence.
That's your limit? That's your limit. But
I can excuse domestic violence, but I draw the line and give it a dog chocolate.
That is nasty.
Look, I'm okay with you punt kicking Brandy. When you touch that mom, if you touch Cody's mom.
Look, we already
make our point without doing anything.
No, we already saw it be done to Stephanie. Okay, so
that was 2009, Phil. This is not the climate for that. That was 2009.
Wait, but he RKO'd Alexa like 2 years ago.
And he RKO'd Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead and try to do some dog chocolate on TV and see what happens to you.
No, the dog.
But the white people would be on Triple H's neck.
Peter will pull up to your house with the blitz.
Just so you know, I was never in favor of doing the chocolate to the dog thing.
I don't think we should do any of what TJ said.
It's not gonna be real chocolate. It's gonna be like a rubber chocolate toy. It's just gonna look like a chocolate bar, but it's gonna be a rubber toy. Just enough for the shock factor of the oh my god.
Netflix would be
There's
crazy.
a difference between an actual
That's exactly. It's gonna be on Netflix, so you can do this whack shit.
There's a difference between an actual chocolate bar and a chocolate bar toy.
They're not gonna know that. Randy's just gonna flash it real quick, be like, Cody, I warned you. And then
the Kit Kat,
pan down to Pharaoh, pan back up to Randy and be like, you brought this upon yourself, and just drop the toy. Nobody needs to see what happens next. They'll just know, be like, oh my god.
So keep in mind, that would have been my main event of night one. That Cody Randy stuff, and then all of a sudden TJ came up with that scenario. But
hey,
yes,
don't let Triple H give me creative control when I get to WWE.
No.
I'm gonna be committing war crimes for my storylines. TJ, I can't give you the world title shot. Oh, okay. Ask your wife how her brake line's doing on her car. What? What do you mean? Don't worry about me no more. You say you can't give me what I want, right?
Punk Rollins, it's happening at WrestleMania. We all know this. It was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 40. It couldn't because of the injuries. It's happening at WrestleMania 41. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it at this point. It's inevitable. That's the reason why. That's the reason for this match. And there's no real designated heel or babyface here. But you know, people are gonna hate this. Besides maybe one person in chat, because I felt like somebody said this same winner.
Corbin said it, yeah.
I'm having Punk win at WrestleMania. I am.
That's not a terrible idea.
I'm having Punk win at WrestleMania. He wants his WrestleMania moment. He can do it. Like I said, there's really no designation heel here because both of them can work a heel in a match whenever they want to, and they could do it perfectly. So whatever happens, happens.
That's not a terrible idea.
All right.
And
So,
Rollins special.
My co-main event, Braun Breaker defends his Intercontinental Championship. I gave people the chance to guess who it was, but y'all weren't very good at guessing. But I firmly believe that by the time Mania 41 is over, El Campeón will rise again.
Oh, boo.
What you booing me, nigga? I'm right. What?
Boo.
I don't mind this.
You can't tell me Damian with the IC title wouldn't go hard because you know
I don't like
the
Damian
white
Priest,
strap.
so I'm biased. I don't like.
You know he's bringing back the white strap. Ain't gonna pull some Razor Ramon shit.
Damian Priest does nothing for me inside me. That's why I said that. I'm not feeling it.
Wow.
I'm not feeling it. Blame Vince. Vince destroyed Damian Priest for the rest of my life for me, so I can't.
You know when that nigga used to go in demon mode during his matches?
That's why
I don't like him.
Vince destroyed him. I can only see that every time I see it. That's all I see.
Nigga would literally be like this.
The Damian in him?
That's all I see now. That's all I see now.
The Damian in him was terrible.
He's a great Niven. I just can't see him anything besides that.
Bitch, Kylie Ray just liked my tweet.
What you got going on? What you doing, bro?
Because WWE ID tweeted that thing and said, who will be ID'd? And she replied to it with the eye emoji, like the, and I said, I used the gif of Hawkeye where it was like, don't give me hope. And she liked that one.
I'm about to lock in. Hold on.
Hey.
But no, I actually don't mind that. You know, Damian Priest winning the Intercontinental title.
Because also, imagine the final spot, Braun going for that spear, and then Damian just boom into the south of heaven.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I really don't. Plus, that would just add another championship to his repertoire. And yeah, you know, Braun Breaker would have had a nice Intercontinental title reign at that point. Not bad.
I think Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes should sign a contract where every WrestleMania they are forced to fight each other.
I like that.
I'm 100% serious. Like,
I wouldn't mind that.
I need to find me an opponent like that when I get. I think that's gonna be me and Tyler. Whenever we do get signed to WWE, we would like to put into our contracts. Once a year, we need to face each other at the biggest pay-per-view. That is all.
That makes sense to me.
I wouldn't mind.
What? Why? I'd be like, because graps are forever, nigga. Sorry, Mr. Nigga.
Then, now, forever together.
Now, forever
together. I wouldn't mind that either, Wolf, but I already have Carmelo Hayes winning the United States Championship on my night 2 of WrestleMania. So,
good. That works too.
It's in a 6-person ladder match. It's in a 6-person ladder match for the sickos, but yes.
Hey man, get how you live, shit.
But yeah, so that would have been LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo, Austin, Montez, and Johnny Gargano. So
now Phil's crazy ass fucking co-main event.
Hey, I've said this before and I've said this again. You know, Gunther, Sami Zayn, WrestleMania 40 was for the Intercontinental title. I would love to see this for the world title or WrestleMania 41. I would. Now, Sami Zayn to me would be a future world heavyweight champion down the line. Now, is it this distant of the future? Probably not. But I would actually love to see this again. You know, in terms of this, Sami would be technically the Royal Rumble winner, but I don't think that's real. Like, you know, that right there, him winning the Royal Rumble is a huge stretch, and I get that, right? But especially with how many other people that easily could be a strong possibility for a Royal Rumble victory. But Sami winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 40, nobody expected it. I called it. And I was probably one of the only ones that did. And then all of a sudden you have Sami Zayn fight all the way back, win the Royal Rumble, just to get back to Gunther to finally win his first World Championship on the main roster. I think that's just a great story to tell. I think that's a great story to tell. So you can do it. It's most likely not happening. But then again, this is 5 months down the line, people. So, I mean, you know, anything can happen at that point. And we'll see where it goes. But either way, Gunther is still going to be the World Heavyweight Champion by the time we get to WrestleMania. I just don't see anybody beating that guy until we get to Mania in Vegas.
Mm.
I wish I didn't have
main event time.
What's that, Love?
I wish I didn't have Sami Zayn fatigue.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's my only problem. I mean, I think it'll be a cool match. I just him in the sense of like winning it. I just have Sami Zayn fatigue. That just I don't know.
Do you think he would be world champion at some point, or is he too far gone?
He's not too far gone. He's way too good to be too far gone. It'll merely be a personal thing for me. Him winning the world championship, I think is a great idea. Taking my thoughts out of it, but I mean. Personally, I would not be invested in him being a world champion. I ain't gonna lie.
It's fair. It's fair. Main event time. Y'all already know. I mean,
in fact, Phil, I'll let you go first on this one. Actually,
y'all already know mine. It's TJ's match number 1 on night 2, which is ridiculous. But which is the reason why I felt like he was booking it in reverse order. Yeah, come on. It's Bloodline rules. Shout out to Sandy.
Bloodline rules.
Bloodline rules. It probably would be, honestly. You know, at the end, you know what? Fuck it. I'm putting it as Bloodline rules. Add that to the freaking card.
Every ooze possible comes out.
It's Bloodline rules. Every single Samoan comes out and it's for the Ulafala. For the head of the table. You already know the deal. I'm doing this match now because if you don't do it now, you're not doing it ever. Because Rock is, 57 years old? And
what the fuck is that? What is that?
You just won the championship. You just won the championship, obviously.
You won the title.
What was that?
Yeah, Pyro. Huh?
You won the title.
How you get Pyro? How you get Pyro?
What did you do?
Dude, thumbs up. Thumbs up, apparently. I don't... What is going on? What the fuck is this?
Fuck, bro.
Wait, Lop, try it. Maybe you just only like black niggas.
I'm on my computer. I don't...
I'm on my computer also.
Oh, wait, maybe it can't be phone.
Oh, no, I'm on my phone. I am on my phone.
I know you're on your phone. I know.
Phil,
I'm saying.
Like you.
I know he's on his phone.
I want Pyro. Screw you, StreamYard.
Oh, wait. Does it? It does it for different things? Wait, I gotta try it. Adrenaline in my soul. Every thought out of control. Doing all to get them off the feet.
I hope it works. It's gonna be really awesome.
Crowd is here, about to blow. Waiting for me to start the show. After curtain lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
Stupid.
Where is it? Whoa.
See, look. Hell no.
Hey, whoa!
And press the button. You're sitting there like,
You know what? I should just end the stream right there. That was so bad. That was so bad.
Whoa.
So Bloodline rules. Even Yokozuna, nigga.
Sure, why not? Look, it would be Bloodline rules. It's for the Ulafala. It's for the head of the table. you're doing the match now or you're not doing it at all. Because The Rock is 58 years old and Roman is leaving for Hollywood.
I don't think he's that old. Wait a minute.
He's old right now and he's not going to be able to do a lengthy match. So you do it now. You have Roman go over. You have him be the head of the table, and you get the match over with. Because you're not waiting another year. You're doing the match now. Simple as that. But you're doing it on match number 1 of night 2, so that we can get the match over with, have the kids see it, and then you can have the kids go to bed when it's time to, kill motherfuckers, because we're dying in ladder matches and TLC matches essentially, and
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's
Wrestle.
Right. In terms of TJ and mine, I don't want pyro. These are my thumbs. I know
sit back a bit like I am.
I
sit
know
back
they
a
don't
bit like I am, Phil, and just.
No, these don't look like thumbs.
It really don't like white people.
Hell no.
Inside, in like this. Like try to piece one. Try to Chad Gable.
Y'all look crazy. Right now.
I don't know, brother. Anyway, my main event.
Screw you, StreamYard. What's your main event? Like,
so as I was saying, I need Randy to kidnap the dog, the child, the mama, the wife. Hell, I might need Randy to desecrate Dusty's resting place. Honestly, it depends on how evil Randy we want.
We are going to end. We are going to end the stream. We are not messing with Dusty.
No, like set up a fake one. Like how. What Mania was that? Where they had the Undertaker site where it was like, oh, these are the graves of all his opponents. Do one of those. Set up a fake grave site. Make niggas really think that Randy owned that fuck shit, right? You feel me? Because let's be honest. Phil, look who we're dealing with. You're going to tell me Cody Rhodes wouldn't pitch some shit like that? Paul, I think we should create a fake headstone of Dusty and let Randy desecrate it. I guarantee you Cody Rhodes would pitch some shit like that. Randy would probably be the one to be like, Cody, I don't think we should do that. Cody, I don't think we should do that. And Cody would be like, but Randy, you don't get it. It was that a bubble? Okay.
No.
He'd be like, Randy, you don't get it. It builds the heat. It builds the heat. Cody would somehow convince Randy to do it. I can see it right now. Randy walking up to an obviously fake grave site. Probably use the same site you did for Taker versus AJ.
If Randy's doing all of this,
actually, you don't even have to use just dig an open hole and just have Randy there with a shovel, like Cody. After Mania, you're joining your daddy. That's all you gotta say, because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh,
you get a buried alive match at that point."
Hey, I'm fine with that. Vegas got a lot of deserts. I'm fine with that. You say that like it's a bad thing. Imagine an RKO into the grave. Randy's gonna be out for at least a couple months after that, but yeah, Randy's winning this one, by the way. If y'all didn't tell. Yeah.
Randy and Cody just makes sense. Love, I don't know if you ever made your WrestleMania card. I'd love to hear it if you did. And then the matches that you missed for Crown Jewel. I mean, if you want to talk about stuff, you could, but I mean, we're so far down that at this point, 3 hours in. It is what it is.
Hold on, because I put them. They're completely out of order. I kind of want to leave it to interpretation to see what nights y'all will put them on. But I'm having Cena win the Rumble and face off against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, that's my my night one main event. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I got Randy versus Cody, probably the main event of night 2. That's what I would do.
Look at the black men locking in. Look at us.
If we have to do Rock and Roman, I don't want to, but if we have to,
no, it's your card. Whatever
yeah, but I'm saying it in the sense of like, because if Roman's not fighting Rock, there isn't much else he's going to do at WrestleMania unless. All right, okay, all right.
If he wasn't facing Rock, in my eyes, I would love to see Rock versus Roman versus Jacob.
Yeah, because that's what I had Roman and Jacob in parentheses, and then I had a really left field one. Since people want to see Rock wrestle WrestleMania so bad, he can go against someone who should have came out at WrestleMania 40. I want to just do Rock and Stone Cold again.
Oh wow! Shit.
Give a modern era Rock and Stone Cold. They both can go still, and they both will go at the same pace. You're not having a Roman who's going 20 miles quicker than Rock is. It's still a WrestleMania worthy match. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a desire for Rock and Roman to have a match now, but that's my own thing. I had Liv losing the world championship and then contending for the for Nia's championship because I want Liv and Tiffany to be at a marquee matchup point.
Mm-hmm.
So I had Liv going for Tiffany's belt. For the world championship, I had like basically a damage control breakdown of Io, Kota, Asuka, and Kairi having a fatal 4-way. Then you have Becky and Charlotte. Like I said, Becky and Charlotte having the loser leaves WWE match. What else? Usos versus Machine Guns for one set of the tag team championships. The other tag team championships, I have no idea what I would do for those. I ain't gonna lie. I have no idea what I would do for those other set of championships because honestly, I don't know what to do with Judgment Days.
Yeah.
Because there absolutely is no freaking there's no storyline going with them right now. So I wouldn't what I would do.
I have them on my card.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's weird. I had a New Day triple threat match.
Okay.
With discretion. Because I would like to do a Xavier versus Kofi versus E match if it came down to like Xavier and Kofi are about to come to blows and E's like, all right, y'all want to fight so bad, fight me. You know?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I also, and this is the match that I eliminated, TJ, from remember when I said I had 15 and then I had to delete one?
Yes.
I had Xavier versus Kofi. But
so you just like seeing black men fight. That's what it is?
Yes. I do.
See, that's fine. That's fine for you. But Phil, why do you want to see that?
Because the New Day's broken up, bro. I mean, it's gonna happen. So I thought it was gonna be a thing for WrestleMania. I just didn't think that if it was going to be that, I don't know if people would even constitute that as a WrestleMania worthy type match.
Anything can be a WrestleMania match if built the correct way. I'm a very high advocate for that. If it's built the correct way, you can pretty much make almost anything into a WrestleMania match if given the correct timing and or build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to have Carmelo Hayes and Montez Ford have a long time rivalry. I think those two, as far as like a rivalry, would be insane because Carmelo Hayes is always, obviously he's on 10, but Montez would have like a chip on his shoulder because now he's on the way of trying to prove himself to the people who didn't think he could go solo. You know, I kind of had to think of like him and Angelo going for a match too, but I don't want them to break up as far as like, oh, I hate you. I kind of wanted them to do like a mutual breakup to where one of them goes SmackDown, one of them goes to Raw, and then they just go do their own thing. You know. Mm-hmm. That's what leads to having Braun Breaker, who I think will still be IC champion at that point, taking on Angelo Dawkins.
Oh, okay.
And you have a scenario where Dawkins is like, I wanted to run a story where like Montez becomes everyone expects Montez to be the single star, and Angelo kind of gets looked to the side So I kind of want to run the angle of Angelo Dawkins winning a championship first, and then Montez trying to like deal with the fact that he had so much hype and he's not dealing with the hype. But Dawkins was the underrated one. And he's doing quicker, which eventually would lead to them coming together at like a SummerSlam or something, you know? So obviously something like that. In my head, AJ Lee comes back at the Royal Rumble this year.
Okay.
That's just I'm gonna just hope. I don't know who she would wrestle. I kind of left it open as like an open challenge. Like I want to see if I still got it, and then whoever comes out. You know, it's like that's a very open ended one. You know, if AJ does come back, I don't think we should put her in much story. Mel and Brian, that's a very good idea. I told him earlier I want Mel and Brian to fight forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. What's up, Nate? How you doing, bro?
I don't know. You know, you have that. You have I don't know what I would do with Bianca and Jade, because as much as I want them to be in like in a women's tag team championship thing, I don't know if I want them to break up either. You know, it's like
I think it's just inevitable.
It probably is. You know, I don't know. I have a hard time having Bianca in a position that's not like a super high point in the card, you know.
And I said earlier that Bianca would be the heel in my booking, but
absolutely. I think you can definitely do that. I think Bianca as a heel at this point is way overdue. I think you can tell that story pretty seamlessly if you try hard enough, you know.
I see the argument for both of them being the heel in the situation. I just think that Jade's been there and done that. We've seen her only as a heel in AEW. Keep her as a babyface and have Bianca put her over at Mania.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. I think that's all I had. I know I had like two more that I was trying to think. Oh, I don't know how we're gonna get the Y6 into a match, but I do think Bo should have a spot in the WrestleMania card. I'm not sure where I would put him. I'm not trying to have him be like, oh, him versus Undertaker, because they're both scary. I'm not trying to see that.
Yeah, no.
I would I don't know where I would put Bo. I want him to be on the card though.
A match that I probably would have had for Bo is not even really a singles match. It probably would have just been the Y6 versus Final Testament, but I don't know if they'd be able to even drag it that far.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on how invested they are into the long term of things, you know.
But yeah, we're doing this 5 months in advance. You know, we're going to be doing January. January is going to be a time where things are going to be a lot more clear to us, or hopefully a lot more clear. And we'll do this again, essentially. So I'm very excited to see what happens. WrestleMania 34, not 34. It just looks like the WrestleMania 34 in the background. WrestleMania 41 should be the top WrestleMania. Now, look, you don't have to go in so much detail about the matches that you did miss while you were gone for the Crown Jewel stuff, but we did talk about what were the matches that we talked about? We talked about the women's Crown Jewel title match, our thoughts on Randy and KO not happening, the United States title, and Cody winning the men's Crown Jewel title. If you want to give a little synopsis on your thoughts, you can. If not, we can end it here.
Well, you said what?
So while you were gone, we talked about the other 4 matches that you missed. So like the Nia, Liv, Randy and KO not happening, the triple threat for U.S. title and Cody winning the Crown Jewel title. If you want to give your thoughts on any of those matches, you can. If not, we can end it here.
I mean, I gotta get ready to leave work soon.
Oh, that's
so I
right.
can't go full to death. But all I can say is this: I'm very happy that Liv Morgan is unstained in the history of Crown Jewel now. No matter what happens, they can't take that win away from her, and I'm very happy that she won, and I think that this is a great moment for her, and I'm extremely proud that not only us as fans, but even some of her peers. Like I don't know if you saw the after show.
Yep.
E had some really, really powerful words for her and Triple H as well, and I'm very happy that she got that because I've heard so many things about Liv Morgan, good, bad, and indifferent. But to get everything, you know what I'm saying? But to get everything that I and all Liv Morgan fans have been saying, having all of that justified in the eyes of the people who sign her checks and her peers in E, that's all the justification I need to let me know that I was never off, that we were never off in seeing the potential of Liv Morgan. I've been telling people for the entire time, I never said that Liv Morgan was the greatest of all time. Never said that she was the most technically sound or nothing like that. All I said was that she has untapped potential that is unlimited. And Triple H used that word today. And I was like, okay, if me and Triple H see the same thing about Liv Morgan, I'm probably taking Triple H. You know what I'm saying? You can argue with me. You can't argue with E and Triple H. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You feel me? But I'm retiring from all Liv Morgan arguments and debates now because honestly, all I gotta do is show them this picture. That's my profile picture, and listen, everything that I said is justified. She did what she went out there and had to do, and I'm super, super proud of her. And I hope that in this absence of Rhea, which obviously please get better soon, Rhea, we can give Liv Morgan some actual opponents on Raw so she can wrestle some matches that aren't against Rhea Ripley every week. You know what I'm saying? Throw Ivy Niles, Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria. Throw some people in there so Liv can wrestle some people on Raw or on pay-per-view so people can get more warmth to her being world champion. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly think Rhea's going to win the Rumble and then have a match against Liv at WrestleMania 41. Realistically, I'm not too hype about it because but if we're going to do that, we might as well make Liv's world title run worth something until 41. You feel me? Fair point. I can't say I gotta go right now, but that's
no, you're fine.
On that, feel me?
I just really wanted your thoughts on that match specifically, anyway, because I know how much you wanted Liv Morgan to have respect finally, and she got that tonight, which is fantastic. So
that's all I ever wanted.
All right, guys. I know this was a long stream, but it was a fun one. We'll do this again in 3 months in January. It will not most likely be a dual situation where we do a review and this. It would probably just be WrestleMania, booking it 3 months in advance. Again, things will be a lot clearer for us, but at the end of the day, this was fun, and I cannot wait to see what we cook up when it comes down to 3 months down the line. But I appreciate everybody that did join us here for however long you did. We stayed around 50 people throughout the entire night so far. So I appreciate everybody that did stick by, whether that was on YouTube or on the Twitter or on my Twitch, because I was also streaming on there too. So I appreciate everybody that came on in for TJ, for Loft, because he's about to head to work. We'll see you in the next stream. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.